In the White House, President Eisenhower signs the proclamation that makes Alaska's entry into the Union official, nearly 92 years after Lincoln's Secretary of State bought the territory from the Russian Tsar for $7 million.
The Alaska Wild Project podcast is brought to you by the following sponsors.
The Baitshack, located on Ship Creek upstream of the bridge. Can't miss the bright red shack. They're the go-to fishing gear rental and guide service on Ship Creek. Tight lines and fish on. Come hook into the action with them. Hit them up at thebaitshackak.com.
Lawn Pro AK, your year-round professional property maintenance company, providing services such as weekly lawn maintenance, driveway sweeping, snow and ice management, and tons more. Get your free estimate today at lawnproak.com.
Anchortown Dogs, located at 4th Avenue across from the old 4th Avenue Theater. Look for the blue and gold umbrella. From reindeer dogs to bomb euros, they've got you covered. Anchortown Dogs, your local gourmet hot dog and sausage cart.
Menegato's Accounting, locally owned and operated advisory and tax accounting solutions. Passion, experience, diligence. Learn more at menegatosaccounting.com.
Double Shovel Cider Company, located off Arctic and 58th. Handcrafted Alaskan-made cider. They also have a tap room downtown on the corner of 5th and E. Check them out at doubleshovelcider.com.
Serrano's Mexican Grill, 2 locations, one on Tudor, one on Northern Lights. The Northern Lights location has their new tequila bar. Check it out. Also see their daily specials at serranosmexicangrill.com.
AKO Farms, located in Sitka, Alaska, built from the ground up with concentrates as their single motivation. Find their products such as their sugar wax, full spectrum diamond sauce carts, and more at the Treehouse AK and other dispensaries around the state. Ask your local bud tender about AKO.
TheTreehouseAK.com, located at 341 Boniface Parkway. Your all-in-one cannabis and CBD store. Ask the bud tender what the strain of the day is to get your 10% off. The Treehouse, where the culture lives.
Marijuana has intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming and addictive. Marijuana impairs concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence. There are health risks associated with consumption of marijuana. For the use of only by adults 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children, and marijuana should not be used by women who are pregnant or breastfeeding.
Tailored Restoration 24-hour emergency home services, helping Alaskans restore their dreams since 1972. Services include fire, water, mold, post-emergency cleaning, repair, and remodeling. Give them a call in Anchorage, Eagle River, Matsu, or Fairbanks. Hit them up at tailoredrestorationalaska.com.
Yo, yo, yo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did your caribou call for you, Daniel.
You did? Oh, you opened mine?
Yeah. Mine was already open, so I was like, all right, I got to get that going.
Well, welcome to episode 16, I wanted to say, from live
16.
from the Baitshack.
Yep.
We're here with Jackie. How you doing, Jackie?
Damn good. We have a creek in the background, so it sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
We're going live on
Mix it up.
Instagram. Those of you might catch it now. If you don't catch it now, obviously you're listening to this after it already happened. We got a nice vibe over here. We got the high tide coming in. We got some boys in the background doing the old Ship Creek twist.
Uh-huh.
Trying to get it in there.
They flossing. They flossing.
They're flossing, baby. They're flossing.
Yeah, well, we have 6 of them.
All right, Brandon, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm glad we got this thing rolling, dude. It's quite a process to get this set up down here.
Yeah. This it's nice to have the studio, but it's nice to be able to be portable and take all this stuff out with us as well.
It was a good first experience to pack it all up and, safely get it in the truck. I underestimated how heavy all this shit was going to be when I loaded it up to carry it down the stairs last night.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm either going to wake up with a sore back or figure this out. So
Looks like you
got
did
it down
both.
here. Yeah, exactly.
You didn't use
Pull
the
back.
slalom?
No, exactly. No. And I didn't think it'd be good for the equipment to just go step and da-dunk all the way down.
Well, let's welcome, we got Dustin here, obviously, Dustin Slinker, owner of the Baitshack, and his main man, Dylan.
That's D1.
From the Show Me State. Is that what you're saying?
This is Dylan right here.
This is Dylan right here.
D1.
From the Show Me State. Get it right.
From the Show Me State, baby. If you don't know where the Show Me State is, then we can't tell you.
Figure it out.
So how's the I saw a picture with you of is that the fish you caught?
Yeah, that was my group of guys I took out yesterday morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Make sure when you have that, just put it close to whoever you guys are talking. But you can move it any way you want.
Over it.
Yeah, there you go. Take some turns, but no, we got situated real quick. I could tell right off the bat it was a good group of guys. Had a great vibe. Here to have some fun. They just landed, hopped up here, jumped into Ship Creek, and kid you not, within 5 minutes it was big fish on. That was a way to start the day right there.
Wow.
Where were they from?
They were from Ohio, most of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not the show me state.
Not to show mistake.
Not even close.
No.
That I don't know. I thought that was the biggest one I've seen you post. Is that up there? What was the weight on that?
That you're talking to one yesterday.
The
right?
one that you posted with Dylan.
That's right. Yeah, that was a 29.9.
29.9. Is that the
Yeah.
top one right now?
Currently,
That's
right
it.
now, that's holding the lead.
29.9.
Out of
Wow.
how many fish?
We've seen roughly 500 fish so far.
Make sure you put that up to your mouth.
This just started last Friday. We've seen that many fish so far. But
How many?
about roughly 500.
So in
Whoa.
5 days, so you're averaging about 100 fish a day.
That's right.
That's pretty
That's
incredible.
reported fish, Dustin?
That's just what's coming up here. Yeah, and that's not all of them. There's folks bringing fish up that they don't have derby tickets. They just want to
Yeah,
bring them
yeah.
up, weigh them, take a picture,
Yeah.
and go on their business. There's other fish that walk off this creek, from the lower end, upper
Yeah.
end,
Yeah, you never see
everywhere in
'em.
between that we don't even see them.
Yep.
But so about 500 fish in the Slam'n Salm'n Derby so far.
Now, does that include the 3 Russian River Reds I saw those guys filleting on that table?
We're not checking those, but you can bring them by. I'll take a picture for you.
I'll walk by. I know. Take a second look. I was like, oh,
That's actually not a bad idea.
Those
You
didn't
bring
come
home
from
the
here.
catch and clean it down here
Is
at
that
the
what
table
they
with the
were
water.
cleaning? Were
Yeah.
Reds?
Oh yeah,
Ah.
there's 3 when I ran across the bridge there. There's 3 Reds. Yeah, that nice fillet station. I mean, it's a beautiful.
That's
fillet
your real
station.
mystery fish right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You just tie them together and weigh them.
Well, I'm just thinking about the effort that it took to get the fish to that table to clean when it could have just got cleaned at the river or somewhere in between.
I mean, the way the Russians fishing, you might want to parade those fish around and show them off.
That's good. That's a good.
Bring
point.
them up and show the 3 fish that you spent all night down there with.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went and rafted this past weekend out there. It was mostly just an enjoyable trip. We fished a little bit. Most of the time was just getting the kids out there and getting my mom and the dads out there and just all the little kids. Most of the kids are still really young. But just to get them out there, we fished a little bit. I think the whole group total both days, we brought maybe like 7 home, I want to say.
Yeah, Dad and Kyle, or Jerry and Kyle had 3 total.
Oh, they
And
had
then-
3 that day?
And then we hooked right when we were leaving, maybe at 5:30 or whatever. The fish started moving, and we were starting to hook into a few. I hooked into one, but was with some old fly line, and the fly line broke. The actual fly line. And I was like, well, that's the last time I borrow someone's pole. But
That's what I'd say too, Jack.
yeah.
Well, that happened to me, but it was just because I was like, oh, this is still good from last year, and just snapped that thing. The first fish I got on Sunday.
Yeah.
I was all excited and already doing the onana and all that. And
The celebration before.
yeah, and it's just like pop, the whole thing gone. And I went the whole way. I forgot all my Russian River stuff. I had my trout stuff and I had my king stuff, but I totally forgot all my flies, my weights,
yeah.
my pliers. I'm just
That's the first trip of the year.
yeah.
I
I mean,
mean, you
I
forget
remembered
the
all.
obvious-
I remembered all the booze and the food and the raft
the
and
kids-
the
the
kid
kids'
stuff
gear
and the
and shit,
sleeping
yeah.
bag and any dads that know that bring their kids out, man. You gotta bring enough.
You got to come prepared for sure.
More than enough.
Yeah.
We show up at this cut bank down there where we like to fish, and Daniel runs up with his cook bag and breaks out the cart charcoal and cooks up some burgers and hot dogs for everyone. It was awesome.
Yeah, and then Jerry
got that
caught that
down.
first fish, and we filleted and cooked it up right
Yep.
there, and ate that salmon right on the river.
Yeah,
that
that
was
was, yeah.
that was great. Maybe we get one of these guys to donate half their slab up here.
Or
We'll
some,
get it fresh on the grill.
bellies, huh? Get some bellies up here.
Cook them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some rub on the table.
Yeah, we do.
Oh yeah, what do we got here? Tell me about this.
Where'd that come from?
As I told you in the past, I'm not really big into eating salmon, and
Yeah.
we'll keep a fish for my daughter when she catches her cohos. She loves to go coho fishing,
Yep.
so we'll keep a fish or 2, and I'll enjoy with her. And last year, Linda Leary with Fishyware, I got some of this from her.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on that salmon, her coho, Annabelle, my daughter's, and I really enjoyed it. The rub for me made the difference.
Okay.
And
Coming from a guy who doesn't really eat fish.
that's right.
Yeah.
And that's the blackened one over there?
That's
the black and
one,
rub.
correct.
Yeah.
So it's Fishe, fish she. So she's the one that's making those rubs, and that's the black and rub. What other ones does she have?
What's that spicy one
Oh, the
that
spicy one.
Dylan was pointing out earlier? He's like, yeah, what's
This
up
is
with
the
that?
jumping Java Asada.
Ooh.
Yeah, so signature coffee rub, sweet coffee with paprika balanced with smoky citrus hints and an extra kick.
Oh, yum.
And it's got the golden bear on the back. Made
Oh, the
right
made in
here.
Alaska.
Made in Alaska.
Yeah, you gotta have that.
I gotta put that on my backstrap my backstrap Philly cheesesteaks, dude.
Ooh.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
got
bet
one of
that'd be
those
good
right
on
there,
there.
baby.
Oh yeah, there it is.
I like seeing it with the caribou calls.
Oh, yeah.
I've been watching it down here.
I like the other night when we came down here to kind of, get the lay of the land, and we're cruising up in front of the shack, and Daniel sticks the head out of the window of my truck. Hey, it's a Baitshack. This is a Baitshack. Your reaction was like, hey, I got some caribou calls down here. I was like, hell yeah. He knows what's up, man. Knew we were coming.
It's all about having fun down here, really.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of
Yeah,
fun,
dude.
man. This is vibing down here.
You got to. Dylan spoke yesterday about the gentleman that came in, took him down, got that big fish, came back up. The guys hung out with us all day.
Oh, really?
The kind of the backstory is one of the guys in the party came down here, fished 2 years ago. He didn't fish with me. He came in, did his own thing, and he sent me an email recently when they booked this trip. He said, hey, there's 6 of us coming up, and he made note from 2 years ago, like, hey, we caught fish, but I was watching your guides, and they were coming back with fish. So he knew when they were coming up this time, like, let's get the guide, let's go get some fish. And that's what happened. I mean, it was a good morning.
Yeah.
The stars were in line, the tides were right, and the fish were chomping.
Big push, yeah.
Yeah, and it was great. But the best thing was when they got done fishing. They just hung out.
Yeah.
Dylan brought some caribou burgers yesterday.
Oh, okay, nice.
We
Nice.
did some reindeer sausages and made a day of it. And
Yeah.
then it just carried over, not for us, but for them in the evening. They went right behind us.
Yeah.
They ordered 50 dozen oysters
Oh, here at the bridge.
at the bridge.
Oh wow.
Let me back up. The bridge ordered 50 dozen. Those guys got 40 dozen and just kept tearing them up all night long.
Oh.
my
wow.
God, man.
So now they are known as the Oyster Boys over there.
Oh, the oyster boys.
From Ohio, too.
Ohio-
That place.
From Ohio.
Yeah, they don't get much oysters over there.
No, they do not. Yeah.
Hey, Dustin, is that a king on the table there?
That's it.
Someone just
You're
dragged one up
looking
there?
at it,
Oh,
Jay.
Oh, someone just
Yeah.
grabbed one up
Maybe
over
we
there.
can
yeah.
get a view of that.
Oh
Bring it
man!
Nice, dude.
Hey, why don't you grab that camera right there? Maybe we can get a little.
Have them come over if they.
Oh yeah, have them come over here and show
Yeah,
us.
I'll go get them real quick. Hold up.
Okay, tell them to come over here and show us that king. Looks like someone got it. We might have to weigh it up. Hopefully
Yeah,
it's
maybe the record king?
just under 29, maybe.
Hopefully it was that young boy over there.
Just
that
under
nailed it.
29. Oh, we got that man down over there. It's slippery over here too. Watch out when you're coming down this clay, this silt, man. It's
Yeah,
slippery.
make sure to wear your helmet.
They call that the sandal slalom.
Make sure to wear a helmet.
It's interesting, all those artifacts, the old cement barrier artifacts.
Yeah, what's the history with that stuff? That used to be a barrier.
He's coming over.
He's gonna come over here with the fish. Oh, okay, nice.
That's interesting. You noticed that right away. I know you like the fish, and you picked up on that.
Here we
That's
go, right
something-
here, boys.
Oh,
Here we
there
go.
he is, right there.
here.
Oh
There we
man,
go.
Right here, we got the camera
Yeah,
right
put her
here.
over there. We're getting live. Get it close
go
to
around
there.
right over there. Yeah.
Oh man, what's your name? Paul. We got.
Paul, grab that with your other hand, man. Get a sideways shot of that thing.
There it is, Paul. We got Paul in there with the live,
There it
baby.
is.
Yeah, Paul, where are you from? Anchorage. Paul's from Anchorage, local
Oh,
boy.
local
There it
boy.
is.
All right.
And what's
All
your
right.
what's your kid's name?
This is Max.
Hi, Max. Right on. Max
good
is out here
job.
with his dad. Dad showing him how it's done.
That's it.
Thanks for
Nice
showing
work,
us that.
guys.
Congratulations.
Nice to meet you, Max.
Oh, he's gonna weigh it up. We're gonna get the official weight here.
What are we guessing here, boys? What is that thing?
Let me see.
About 15 sandwiches.
15. I'm gonna give it 14.9.
I got 12.5.
12.5.
15 sandwiches.
15.
I'm going
15
13.
What do we got, Max?
Max, how much is it? How much away?
12.9.
Oh, that's close.
12.9.
8.9.
8.9. Oh, we were way off.
Man, that thing's bigger.
But we tell fishing stories. That's like 4 more pounds.
Yeah. Tomorrow would be 16.9.
Well, they bled it, you know.
Exactly.
That's right. Yeah. Is that thing gutted? Yeah, it's gutted.
I always say every fish is a trophy. And I mean
That's right.
It may not be your trophy, but it's a trophy.
Yeah.
And I'll never tell anybody the difference. They could come down, take a picture with someone else's
It doesn't
fish,
matter, man.
pay me enough money. Yeah, hey, it
doesn't matter.
Well, there's a lot of misconstrued thoughts on that word trophy, especially in hunting, but not so much in fishing, right? Trophy fishing, you're going to get the big one, but like you said, trophy is in the eye of the beholder. You know,
that's right.
It could be your little cow you got, or just a little spike fork, and it doesn't have to be the biggest 270 whatever elk bull, right?
Yeah,
Dylan?
yeah. I mean, even though I'm a guide, I marked a 7.2 pounder down on my license. So
there you go. As long as you
you're
got
proud,
one.
man.
Hey,
Yeah,
fill
that's
in the
right.
freezer, man.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Just get it done.
Don't matter.
It's all about being out there and then bringing some food home.
Yes.
Yeah. I read this. I've told Daniel this story before, but I got this moose hunting book that I love. And that's where I learned the term trophy is in the eye of the beholder. It's your trophy. It doesn't have to be the 72-inch Boone and Crockett or whatever it is. So his example was he had a client, came to Alaska to kill a moose. He wanted a 42-inch bull moose. 42. He didn't want a huge one because in his small home, come to find out it's a trailer home. There we go. All good.
Yeah.
We probably all lived in one at one point in our lives. And he had, of all the heads and fish and everything in his little house, he had one little spot, about 42 inches, where he could put a Euro-mounted moose in that thing.
Oh, yeah.
And he passed up 50s, 60s, all day long until he finally got that 40-something inch bull to fit in that little nook spot that he had left in his house.
And it fit?
And it fit just
Hell
right.
yeah.
And that's when I knew. I was like, you know what? It don't matter. It's his trophy. He wanted that moose representative of his collection in his house. And I thought that was beautiful, man, because he wasn't trying to go out here and shoot whatever. And for the record, his main focus was to put meat in the freezer.
That's right.
On top of it, he wanted to just fill that little spot in his house, man.
Yeah,
It
you
was perfect.
can't eat those antlers.
No, you cannot.
Alaska Wild Project.
Yeah.
So we're on the live. You want to check on your thing, Jack? We're doing the first time ever live on Instagram. We've got a bunch of 40-year-olds over here trying to learn this technology.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Is it
I got my
actually
kids helping me
live?
every day.
No, it's actually live right now.
Yeah, we're good.
I just
Okay,
wondering
you
if
checked
It's been verified.
Okay.
I wonder how the audio is. Can people hear it
Oh, with
Or
the
is it-
creek in the background? I know, right?
or hear us on there? Because on this, I know
That'd
we
be nice
can
to
hear each
know.
other.
Yeah.
We're
Hey, Jack,
trying
take
to figure it out.
Hey, Jack, take your headphones off and listen. That way you can see if it's
Okay, that's a good idea.
yeah. In case people are just annoyed trying to watch it. I didn't even think about the creek.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you can hear it. It's more visual anyway. They have to listen to it again.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing.
Well, let's get back to what those concrete things were back there.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, but interesting you bring it up. When you look at it, this looks like a bunch of rubbish down there. Leftover concrete pieces. You see some big slabs down there, and it's actually something we brought up and starting to address. Hopefully to
get it cleaned up.
That's right, get them up out of here and really
Yeah.
do something.
Yeah, it would be really nice if that was like some tiered stairs or something.
It would be, but keep in mind, have you seen it down here with the big tides? That water's going to push
Oh,
up.
it's up to that dude sitting in the chair,
You
right?
see that water line, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no, that's like a 29-footer. You see the rock steps up there in the back?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so when we start talking a 30-foot, 33-foot tide, it's going to push up that high
No shit.
to the
Wow.
bottom of our little step over here.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of water.
I wonder how much
Wow.
that helps with erosion, though. I mean, it really looks like it's protecting it.
It is. I think we can put some riprap in there.
Yeah.
Or something, just some nice decorative rock, kind of stabilize
Yeah.
the bank.
Is that what that was? Maybe like a retainer wall that's just come apart with all the movement of the silt? Yeah, earthquake shit rattled it up.
I mean, you see up top a little bit, you see a little concrete curb up there.
Yeah.
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 Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh.
You'd be there right hour before the high tide.
I wonder if it was a
Okay.
part
stand,
of a.
stand on that concrete curb on them 28 footers.
Wow.
Throw it in out there, hour before high tide. I'm dropping you a little hint.
I
you
I
go.
hear you. I got you.
The problem is, anybody
that
that
peak
hears
number
this,
6
the
or what?
We got a hot tip.
hot tip right
Pro
there
tip.
from the man.
Oh,
Push
tip.
rewind 15 seconds there.
Dylan, if you got a first timer that comes out here, what would you say is the best section of the river to be successful? Is there a certain section?
It just depends on the tides, my man.
Oh, okay.
I mean, whenever we start fishing, the creek's open from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. So whenever the trip starts, we could be downstream, and we're just trying to stay in front of that tide as it comes in, and then it'll slack off for a little bit, and then we want to stay in front of the fish as the tide starts to go out too. So
Okay.
there isn't really a good part of the creek. There are some nice deep holes out there where those fish will hold up and sit there and do their thing. But other than that, man, you just got to stay on top of the fish if you want to get them.
Do you typically start at the mouth and walk up, or do you just choose a spot and then stay at that spot?
I mean, we got a couple spots, but it really all depends on the crowd, too.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean,
Who's there? Who's already in a spot?
Exactly. I mean, some people are showing up 3-4 hours early just to get a spot down there, and they'll sit there for 7-8 hours straight, having
Yeah.
a good time or whatever else. But, yeah, get a good spot, see where you could work in. But, it's all about having fun and chasing fish.
Oh yeah, just get out there, and it's been beautiful these last few days. You guys all got your tan on.
Oh, yeah, I got the farmer's
Yeah.
stand going on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So what percentage of fish do you think move in with the tide and then move out with that same tide?
Oh, I mean,
Analytics, Dylan.
if I could sit there and see into the water, I could tell you a little bit better. But man, I mean, there's fish that come in here and they close their mouth and they don't ever touch anything, and then there's fish that are getting caught. So, who knows on the real number. But like I said, we're seeing almost 100 fish a day come up in the Derby. So if that gives you any idea, I mean, there's probably another 150 that escaped,
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and
There you go.
yeah, they'll sit in there and come up with the tide. They'll surf it back out, go play in the mouth. They do that transition, hitting that salt water to fresh water. And then they come up and they decide to go up, do their thing, spawn, and go on with it.
Yeah, I've always
Yeah.
been curious about that. Like just how often and how many entries in the river the salmon, make before they actually stay in the river.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it could be a couple days. It could be a week. Some of these big bucks right now, we're seeing a lot of females caught. So what happens is those females come up, they bring a big buck behind her, and if that female's caught, he just runs right back out to the mouth, and he'll sit there and he'll wait for another female. So those guys might hang out in the creek a little bit longer than the females do, and that's why you're starting to see some blush fish come up now.
Yeah,
And,
turning out a little bit.
turning out a little bit. They've been sitting in the water a while, sitting there trying to wait for a big hen to follow up. So
Oh, I never heard
Yeah.
that blushed fish, but that makes sense.
Yeah, I
That's
like it.
the-
I'd say like turning or turned or
But
turning
blu-
out.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
blush hit it right
Blush
on the
is
mark.
it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's just as lively and healthy of a fish. It just lost that chrome.
Oh yeah, I mean
Tim,
the
I
meat
mean-
gets just slightly softer, it loses a little bit of the color, but other than that, I mean it's still good fish. And if you
Oh, yeah.
if you smoke any fish is going to be good. So
Yeah.
that's how we like it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah.
how we like it.
Yeah. and
Looks
I
like-
think king is the best smoked fish too, man.
Oh yeah, get that belly fat in there.
Yeah, get the oils in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought my man was over there grilling. He's over there just vaping.
Oh, Batman or
No, the guy about this my man right here. He's just hitting the bong there,
He's
bro.
the vape god. The vape god.
He
yeah.
brought the big bong out.
I was
It
thinking
wouldn't be the
about.
first time I've seen one down here.
I was wondering about homie with the fuchsia shirt. He's like, yeah, I'm at Ship Creek.
Oh
That's
yeah,
salmon
man.
color.
He might
It
be.
is salmon color. We are in salmon season.
Yeah. He might be up at the F Street station after this.
Oh yeah, where the calamari at?
Yeah, dude, that dude's bong ripping over there, bro. Shout out to the Treehouse and AKO
That's
Farms.
it. Exactly.
They're live down here at the Baitshack.
No, I don't think he
right
can get
across
out
the
of that
creek,
chair
baby.
now.
Yeah, he ain't moving from
He
that
just
chair no
sunk
more.
in that chair a little bit.
Wait till we start cooking these moose caribou dogs. Come over here, all red-eyed.
I have got some brats and some hot links too.
You brought more?
I did.
Oh, I knew it. That's why I told you.
I know. I was like,
I brought some moose jalapeno cheddar dogs, and I brought some caribou jalapeno cheddar dogs, and lots of mayo for you boys.
Just in case.
I know you guys like mayo.
I like that white sauce.
Hit him with the
Come
dill
on,
pickle
D.
hot
Let's,
sauce.
that's it.
20's a 20. So.
Yeah.
You see it. This is what it's like down there all the time, man. It's like a comedy show. We have so much fun down there. Just
How could you
interacting.
not, man?
It's just interacting with the folks. We see them from everywhere, and this transpires all day long. You know,
All day long.
We look forward to getting back up, coming back down here at 5:30 a.m. the next morning, just to start it all over again. It's never a dull moment around the Baitshack.
I believe it.
Yeah, I mean,
believe it.
right now it's going on.
You know, last week was like a really good. So we came down here, right? We talked about it earlier, got the lay of the land on the whole thing. You had probably just put in a, I don't know, 16-hour day or whatever it is. You're putting in, you're doing your bait, which is probably the grimiest part of the job, right? Like doing that bait. Like Daniel says, cutting the onions, man. That's just it's a gritty, you know, at the end, it's got to get ready for tomorrow. My point is that you put in a long day. You just got your elbows deep in the bait. We showed up, and your vibe is the same, dude. You're always positive,
Keep the
having
same
fun,
energy.
joking. It's like, damn, this dude just put in a long-ass day. About the time when you're kind of over it, all right, he's ready to put those things in the bucket or wherever you put them for the night and go home. You had the little girl, the baby girl, your daughter's name again? Annabelle. She's like, Dad, let's go home, you know? And you're like, he just... Same, man. That says
5 more
something
minutes,
a lot.
honey. 5 more minutes.
That says a lot to what you got going on here, man. You just keep carrying that good positive vibe, fun, and your clients, your folks, your guys, your whole thing, your team, man. It's a good thing.
They're feeding off it. They give out the same vibe. There's a reason, you know, they're down here because it's just a great mesh.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. They put it off when I'm not here. We try to stay. I mean, we do stay upbeat, but we all got our moments, you know, for sure.
Oh, come on, you're human, man.
You can't get by without it. But those are few and far between down here. Just because this ain't really a job. I mean, we're enjoying it. You know, it may not be the glamorous, you know, peaceful, out in the middle of nowhere, just trees and bears and you and the fish. You know, we got 500 of our closest friends down here on a day in, day out basis. And then meeting another 1,000 to walk through the door just to say hi.
Yeah. Yep. What's the saying? When you can find something you enjoy as work, you don't ever really work a day in your life.
That's right, man. I tell them every day. I said, when this becomes a job, I'll put a for sale sign on that front door.
There you go.
That's right.
Yep. Just keep having fun.
Keep it fun.
Speaking about the doing the bait, I know that's the grimy part, and mine is the onions. With the cider, is there something that's
what
like,
that?
Oh, I gotta mix the hops, or I gotta.
I think we all like the dirty stuff. So you know, we have apple pressing, but we don't press all year. You know, that's apple season. But the grind is canning.
Oh, okay.
Canning's the grind. That's the thing that I think kind of gets people down, and we try to have to, you know, keep it light and fun. And
so when you guys can, is it like we're gonna bust out this whole pallet or 3 pallets? What's the range?
we do half pallets at a time for this empty cans for our depalletizer. So it's either we'll either can 1 full pallet or 2 full pallets for like a batch.
Okay.
And so we try to split it up in either like nail out 3 of the half pallets, so 3/4 of the bit in one day, or we'll do 2.
How many is in one pallet?
5,400 cans. But it's so much easier than it used to be because we used to hand load 10,000 in a day. And so we've kind of changed it up since then. So now we have the depalletizer that really helps us. So the empty cans make their way in with modern machinery and engineering. Yeah. Which is great. It just took a while to get one of those bad boys.
That's great. So you must look at those empty cans like we look at you look at the uncured bait, and I look at the uncut onions. I'm just
All
like
50
oh.
pounds just sitting there waiting for
Oh
you.
man, just ready to cry.
That's right.
I said to him, like, oh, yo, you need like a device to cut the onion. He's like, oh, the Onion King?
Yeah, I got the
There's a
Onion
thing?
King, bro. Oh, there's a thing. There's a tool for everything, right?
So I think we all put some hard work in on our canning machine, and we love it and everything. But we decided this year to upgrade. So we're going to something 4 times faster. It'll be here in 5 weeks, and everyone's stoked.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we're going to shorten those times up and just take time to make more different ciders. I think.
Will you be able to sell the old one to a startup or someone else that may be trying to go to that level?
I think there's a brewery up here right now that wants to buy it, and
Okay.
hopefully someone in Alaska can take it, and we don't have to put it on
Yeah.
a boat somewhere. But yeah, there's some interest here, and it's a damn good machine. It's just we've kind of outgrown it.
Yeah. That's always a good problem when you outgrow your business and you
Yeah.
got to expand a little bit and do a little bit more.
So I'll appreciate every one of these before I throw it in a recycler and know what went into that.
It's
Seriously, because you don't think about that when you're just enjoying it. You know
oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
The blood, sweat, and tears. Dustin, clients throw that bait out there. They're just like, grab another chunk out of the bag. Let me get that derby fish. They're not thinking about the dude that was up till midnight, literally hand tossing and mixing and,
yeah.
powdering up that row. So
Giving it some love. Yeah,
That's it, man.
every one of these was
every
touched
piece is
by
touched by hand, right?
someone.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah,
with
man.
love.
That's
Sa-
it.
Same with me down here. I touch every egg.
Oh,
Yeah, you do.
I have about 400 pounds in the back of the truck right now, ready to go.
Where
So-
do you get
goodness.
those?
From the fish.
From the fish.
From the fish here, though.
From the water.
No. These are all coming out of Bristol Bay fish.
So mostly red salmon.
A lot of coho, a lot of sockeye.
Okay.
But I also got quite a bit of king this year.
Yeah, yeah.
But been fortunate in that aspect.
What species of salmon is most prolific for catching with the roe? Which row's best?
There you go.
You got technical on me on that one. I
He
think
did.
about it.
I kind of went cross-eyed there. I was like, whoa.
I already know
Trying to
my
figure out my
opinion.
strength.
I can
It's
name
gotta
it
be.
what mine
It's
is.
gotta
So-
be Chinook, right?
Well, a lot of people think, you got to fish king eggs, catch kings, stuff like. We fish them all. We hit them, we cure them. We've caught everything on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't have a preference. Of course, I like king eggs. That they're big.
Yeah.
They look good, but really, I like fresh eggs. It could be fresh sockeye eggs. Could be fresh coho eggs. I like pink eggs. I like chum eggs.
Yeah.
The pink eggs kind of deteriorate the fastest.
Yeah.
The skin
Yeah,
once they
yeah,
hit the
soft,
fresh water,
right?
they do. So if you get a fresh one, you cure them up. They're good.
Okay.
But if not, they're the first ones to go.
Yeah.
But whatever. I just like eggs. I like bait. We fish it down here. That's for Ship Creek. I'm a big. This fishery behind me.
Man.
Just say it's easy. I learned to fish this creek in 2006, and there's a couple of the old mud dogs still running around here, and
Mud dogs?
yeah, mud dogs. Some of the original guys.
Is that like
That's
you and your
what
old
you
gang
guys
or
call?
what?
Yeah. As I said, the boys on the creek are always hard. Like,
Yeah.
they're down here,
Mud dogs?
and these are some guys that have been fishing it for a long time. Kind of older gentlemen, but
Sure.
they get after it still this day and age. They'll put their waders on, go from that dam up there all the way down to the mouth, and then
Work
come
the whole fishery.
and come back up, and it's the Slam'n Salm'n Derby got those guys out, because there's always some good prizes involved.
Yeah.
And it kind of fell off for a little bit, so they weren't taking the time off of work,
Oh.
but now we're bringing it back.
Yeah, let's
Right.
talk.
Oh,
Let's
my
talk
God,
about the
dude.
prizes
Look
a
at
little
those
bit.
things.
So
man.
now, grand prize, a gold nugget, an ounce gold nugget.
Whoa! Can
Some
you put
cold-
this up to the camera?
cold hard
This
cash.
is worth $4,000. Look at this thing. Show that up to the camera right
I've
quick.
never
People
seen
that are
a
just
gold nugget
listening.
like that in
Is
person.
that up to $4,000?
That's a gold. That's a pure gold nugget. That's one of the. Is that the main prize? Is that the?
So
the
that's
grand
the
prize?
overall grand prize. That
Okay.
$1,000 cash.
That and $1,000 cash.
That's for the heaviest fish. We got 4 divisions: men's, women's, military, and youth. So it's wide open.
And
And as we know,
boys are ahead of the game. Boy.
that's it. Hey, they're pretty stoked. And not
beauty.
only did they catch that 29.9, but I think they got a 25, a 22, And then
the whole crew killed it.
I had my other guy down there, and he brought back up like a 20 with another gentleman before
Nice,
the oyster
dude.
boys showed up. You know, got the morning started off right with a 20-pound fish. But that's the overall grand prize. But check it. So you got those categories.
Yeah.
Men, women, military, youth.
Yep.
First, second, third place.
For all three of those
All three of them.
Okay.
So there's going to be 12
prizes total.
top prizes. We do a mystery 08 each day. So whoever's got the heaviest fish is going to get that grand prize. Plus, their division prizes. And they're all kind of different. The women's in the women's division, they got some fishy wear stuff that's kind of above and beyond.
Oh,
but
cool.
at a minimum, they're going to get a Ulu award. They're going to get like the first place. They're going to get this 2-ounce silver coin with some gold inlay. What else they getting in there?
That thing's a beauty, man. It's got the
Yeah,
Alaskan.
let's show that to the camera
That
too.
is so
That's
nice,
amazing.
dude.
They're gonna-
Is this all from the Alaska Mint too?
A lot of this is from Alaska Mint. You know, the gold, the silver.
Feel the weight of this.
That's 2 ounces, little 2-ounce
2
inglet,
ounces of silver.
shaped in the state of Alaska.
Oh, that thing is amazing.
Put a loop on that and drop it in the river, boy.
Yeah.
Get a
Hey,
drift
hey.
going.
I want to fish with you.
That'll get that 50-pounder out of here.
Let's show this
That's
to the
beauty,
camera
man.
too, and it's the shape of Alaska, pure silver.
Oh, that,
Oh, that thing is
beautiful.
amazing. Any of you rappers out there, just throw that on a chain.
And they was down the other night filming a rap video right up here on the landing.
Oh, who
Oh,
was that?
really?
I'm not sure who it was, but
Maybe the
but
Mad
it was
Angler, probably.
Oh, yeah.
It was.
You guys heard of the Mad Angler? My boy Cody. Cody,
yeah.
that's his rap name, the Mad Angler.
Is that the Sika boy?
No, he's from
that's,
here.
That's a rapping Cap'n.
That's
I'm
the
sorry.
rapping Cap'n.
But I've seen the Sika boy. We went to the smokehouse a couple years ago, and he performed.
That's a
up
rapping
there.
Captain, yeah.
Yeah, man, that was.
Oh, that might have been
phenomenal.
phonetic. That might have been phonetic, but he's from Sitka too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got a kind of a little crew down there of guys that do music and stuff. And then when we were doing our Arctic Flow thing, we'd go down there and do shows with those guys. And
Okay.
so there's like a Sitka crew, and then there's like a Juneau crew.
Oh, really?
There's an Anchorage crew, Wasilla, Fairbanks.
Yeah, yeah.
And
King
then
Salmon
King
crew?
No, there is. There's actually no. There's actually one of yeah. Shout out to Half Baked, man. My man Half Baked. That's his name. No, he's from. He's not from King Salmon though.
Dillingham?
No, he's what's the other little island right outside of Sitka? Oh man.
Prince of Wales?
No, it's
that's
like a little
Ketchikan.
small one, like right outside of there. Anyway, everyone got their little crews, man, and then we go perform at their little spots, and whenever they can
Hoona?
Anchorage. What is it?
Huna?
No, not Hoona.
I think Huna's closer to
Oh,
Ketchikan,
man,
too.
what's it
no,
called?
No, Huna's up further north.
I want to say it's right outside of Sitka, one of the little islands. Anyway, shout out to those boys out there.
Yeah, exactly.
And then actually there was one from that same island that we can't think of, man. They probably have the biggest video ever on YouTube. Man, I gotta find it. I'll try to add it to the video. But they did like a it just blew up on the internet because they're just in this little rinky-dink town, and they got all the fishing stuff in the background, and it's just like the worst song you ever heard. But the video is just it was tight. Oh, the video is just hilarious, man. It's just like it's comedy,
Just
you know.
remote.
But these guys are dead serious. Like, you know, they're doing their best, and it's just the scenery is what made it just
Yeah.
hilarious, you know.
Yeah, there's killer whales in the harbor.
Yeah.
After seals. So Dustin, you got all the competition here. You got the different divisions. We were gonna see if you wanted to join the podcast division with us. So we have some good prizes. So first place is no push-ups. Second place
Good.
Second place is 1,000 push-ups.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
And
Yikes.
third place is running a mountain marathon.
Ooh.
You want to get in on this?
I mean, I like to run. I may not look it. You know. Round is a shape. You know.
I bet you've done your fair share of push-ups in your day, though.
Yeah, a few. Yeah.
You've done
Oh,
a few,
yeah.
yeah.
But I still like to run, though.
Yeah.
I may not look it, but I still like to run.
I'll believe it.
It'd be nice to run down here.
I did the cabin fever breakup last month.
What was that
nice.
The first skinny raven
Oh,
race.
right.
They did
Is that the
over-
one you had the hot dog stand at?
I don't know what the name of that one. No, I was at the Skinny Raven. They were doing the number pickup and the bag pickup.
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
actually at the race.
That was for the midnight. Or
Oh,
not
the midnight-
the Twilight 12K.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I'll be down here making bait.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't run during the summer.
Yeah.
Just in the wintertime. Well, let's give a shout out real quick to Tailored Restoration 24-hour emergency services, helping Alaskans restore their dreams since 1972. Services include fire, water, mold damage, post-emergency cleaning, remodeling, and the aftermath, including burst pipes, overflowing toilets, downed trees, fires, pet accidents, and vandalism. Tailored has an emergency response number with trained professionals available to help you anytime, day or night. Give them a call, 344-1239. That is the Anchorage number, and they can direct you anywhere from Eagle River, Matsu, Fairbanks, or hit them up at tailoredrestorationalaska.com.
Yeah, Taylor.
Caribou calls coming in hot.
Oh, they are. They are. It's a reload session.
Looks like the sun wants to come out, too. That's nice.
Wasn't the timing? What's up, Dustin?
Do we need a refill?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
No,
You don't want to get
those.
those are the non-alcoholic over there. That one's good. That one's good. Yeah.
You brought non-alcoholic?
Well, there's some couple, sparkling cider. I mean, hey, you never know when you got a non-drinker in here wants to sit down and have a beverage.
Okay.
You got to
that's
stay
true.
hydrated.
Yeah.
Gotta stay
exactly.
hydrated. That's true.
You know?
It's cool that all these boys across are using fly rods now.
Oh, yeah. They're keeping it
Now,
classy.
now they have an obstacle below them, though. And so they have the railroad trusses.
Yeah.
That's right.
Looks like they're
with
just
the fly
using
rod.
yarn.
I think they're going to have like a river runs through it moment when they hook into one.
Oh.
Did he get one?
Oh,
no.
Yeah, it was a rock.
He's going to get one. He's going to have to jump in to get through that little gauntlet.
Yeah.
You got to be quick over there.
Yeah, I mean, where are you going to pull them out?
So
There's
have you
not a good
seen
landing
someone?
there.
Yeah, what do you, Dylan? Hey, Dylan, what's the deal with the hookup right here between the bridge and the restaurant?
Give this
fast
man the
water.
mic here.
Well, right now, I wouldn't know. I don't fish like that. So
One of these dudes hooks a fish. I'm thinking
it's
you got to
gonna-
go through the pillars.
you have to have it right in the mouth. Well, first off,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you get it in the belly, especially the tail, he's going to take off right downstream.
Oh, yeah, I know.
He's
That
going to
thing's
be like
gone.
a
That
kite
thing's
in a
gone.
hurricane, and you're not going to hold him.
Have you seen someone do the Brad Pitt moment there, where they have to jump in the river and point it straight through?
Oh, you'll see some crazy things. Just yesterday or 2 days ago, there was a guy swimming in the creek. I've seen people jump off the bridge at high tide, So there's a lot more
Really?
than Brad Pitt moments, and it doesn't involve fishing all the time. So, but
those are called Baitshack moments.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's-
you'll have some diehards that'll get out here, and they'll start chasing some fish down creek. So yeah.
How about the Legends of the Fall moment? Have you had any brown bears come through here?
Oh, you were telling us the other day about the...
Yeah, we get some black bears. I wouldn't say brown bears per se. Maybe the brown bears will be staying closer to the mountains and whatnot, and they'll get the fish that are coming up there. But
Wait. You guys had a black bear come down here.
oh yeah, all the time. There was a sow and two cubs upstream by the dam over there, and they hung out for a good 3 or 4 days.
They probably
so.
come off the golf course
Off
up there.
Eagle Glen?
Yeah.
Is that still open?
No, they closed that down.
Oh, they
Oh,
did?
they did?
Yeah, they closed years ago. Where y'all been at?
Yeah, that's what I
I don't
thought.
golf.
Not
bro.
golfing.
Me neither. But I've been going the last couple weekends. Back to my daughter, I give her a shout out. She loves me to shout her out on the.
Please do,
anytime
man.
we're live or on the news, and I get on the camera with her, and then
Yeah.
she just
Oh,
clams
okay.
up, But she smiles.
Well, she's out here
But
with you
she's-
till 11 o'clock at night, man. Give her
that's
some
right.
credit,
Hey,
all right?
She
She's a
likes
tough
running the
little girl.
machines up in there, but she's golfing now. She's
she's
really
doing
into
it.
it. So I've been on the golf course, and I
man.
don't
Where
know
have you
the-
been going?
She's playing up at Moose
Yeah,
Run.
Moose Run.
Oh, yeah.
But she loves the Fox Hollow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know
Yeah.
the first thing about golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've hit golf balls once in my life. But
Yeah. I just correlate it with drinking. I've
Yeah,
gone
yeah.
every time, and it's just...
Yeah.
We're just drinking the whole time.
Just blacked.
As soon as you
blacked
start
out by the
pairing,
ninth
you
hole.
lost all the fun.
I'll tell you a quick story, kind of caveat what Dylan said too, bro. The other night, we look out there, guy hooked up in a fish, in the belly, like Dylan's saying, it went downstream, and he's fighting it. And all you hear is that sweet sound, the pop.
Yeah.
And there went the whole rod.
Oh, damn.
2 different places. That's what's hard with this low water fishing. You mentioned the fly rods, but if you really take a hard look, most of these, they're running 80-pound monofilament on like an Okuma SLV
Big coffee grinder, just
on a 12-weight fly rod.
Yeah.
That's down there trying to manhandle 6-aught hooks, big stuff. It must have been probably my second, third year This is when I have my little submarine windows in up here. And I opened the window up, and I told a guy.
Where your face just sticks out only?
That's what it used to be before I put those big ones in. And I yelled out over there, and it was on the tide. The guys was fishing. I said, hey, bud, you might not want to set your rod on a tackle box like that. And he kind of gave me the friendly gesture. And told me to get about my business. And fair enough.
Okay.
Closed the window. Couldn't have been but 3 minutes later. Rod launches in the water. Tackle box in the water. He's going after it.
He's in the water.
Gone.
Gone.
He comes back up. I open the window back up. Hey, bud, I told you not to set your rod down like that.
And then a rock went through the window after that?
No.
The window was too small. He hit the side of the shack.
At that time, I mean, it was literally like a 2 foot by 2 foot window.
No, then you got some business because you had to rent him a rod because you lost it.
That's right. I've seen it another time. Guy lost his rod the same way, and another angler during the Derby fished it off the bridge down there, got the rod back.
Oh, really?
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
I always tell folks, you got to hold your rods down here when these fish come through.
Yeah.
They come through and they smash, and you got to set the hook.
Yeah.
As we say, tight lines.
Yeah. Don't be just letting your. I've only
Don't let it dangle.
No, only with silvers, man. You might get away with that with some silvers, but kings, you hold the rod the whole time. You don't just like let that thing. Because I always find that kings, I don't know about this drainage so much, Little Sioux Bay fishing, Deshka Bay fishing, they kind of like nibble. Like,
yeah.
So it's like every time, like at the Deshka Classic, you got to let that thing like, kind of like, I was kind of like related to halibut. You know, you let them take it. Like, don't just like first bump, just grab it and pull, man. Just let them like, just.
Yeah, get in your
mouth.
mouth.
Get to that second hook.
Start
and
pulling on it a little bit.
Exactly.
They start nibbling on mine. I'm laying the wood to it.
Oh, is that yours? Okay, yeah. Tight lines.
You'll flinch next to me. We'll be talking. I'm just setting the hook.
That sound of that hook set.
Yeah, they just get it in.
That monofilament goes full tight.
Double pump, and it'll start to reel from there.
Exactly. Yeah. What you got, Daniel? I was going to ask.
No, I'm just curious on what the ratio of people that are using yarn versus the bait. I mean, it's whatever.
It is. You know, everybody's fishing different reasons. It might be their style, their method, how they were taught. Could be just the allocation of their time in the day in between work, something like that.
Oh, gotcha.
It's kind of, it's kind of half and half. I would tell you one thing. If you could come down here and learn how to floss properly, you could take that elsewhere, down to the Russian River, and be effective on those fish, as opposed to, especially for beginners, newbies, greenhorns, and instead of trying to spend the first 2 days trying to figure out your leader length and your weight placement, you'll step right in.
With the bait.
No. Flossing.
Oh, flossing.
No bait on the Russian.
Okay.
I don't want to fish with you.
Yeah.
He's fishing silver sinkers. I want to go with him.
Exactly.
But you'll become effective, and it's a good. There's a right way. There's a wrong way.
Yeah.
And it comes back to the ethics, the treatment of the fish. There's a lot more involved with it, especially with these fish right here.
Let's explain to the people why Ship Creek is pretty much one of the only South Central fisheries that are open for kings.
Harvest, right?
For harvest. I mean, because
Deshka's just wasn't it?
Anchor was open, but it was really slow, and I think some of those other ones around there weren't open.
Is Anchor still open for harvest?
They have time restrictions too on the days you can fish and keep.
Yeah, but you can still keep a fish, I think.
Yes, you can keep one.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, I know. And the Nilchik had a good run this year. And
the Nilchik did?
Yeah, they stayed open a lot longer than they normally would.
And they were harvesting fish.
Oh yeah, harvesting fish. They had like 1,000 fish. They were over quota, so they
wow.
opened it up.
So Anchor probably did too. That's right down the beach.
It's been a really good year for some fish.
So why is it so good here?
I think a lot of it has to do with the hatchery program.
Okay.
Coming back in, this is a terminal fishery. These fish
farmed.
are meant to be harvested. Now keep in mind, these guys are going out to sea at 7 centimeters. Coming back, what you just saw, coming
25
back,
pound fish, all day.
29.9. Left
there
at
you go.
7 centimeters, come back 29.9. It's spending some time out in the ocean, finning itself off.
5 years or so.
I don't think he's quite that old, but
Okay, 3.
three.
Yeah.
And finning and growing up. To me, that's kind of in my opinion, he's getting wild instincts. He's fending for himself.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, without a doubt.
it's like turning a dog loose in the woods. If you turn him loose,
And he
come
comes
back
back?
a couple years, like that's probably going to
Yeah.
be.
Well, you turned me loose in the woods for a while. I turned into a wild.
There you go.
Could be the wolf, the Colombian wolfman coming back.
You got to watch those full moons.
Yeah, watch out now. So, what would you say is like the ratio of wild to hatchery salmon that are coming back in here? Who knows?
There's no wilds coming back.
Yeah, I mean, I never say never.
Yeah, there's the onesie-twosie that comes in, right?
I don't think the proper rearing habitat is in this stretch.
Okay.
And getting up to the
they get up
hatchery.
to the foothills, and that's probably where the money land
That's
is.
right.
Yeah.
But you got up there on the base, going below the golf course, as we mentioned earlier. There's a fish ladder up there, but it's not in operation.
Okay.
So if these fish could pass, given a little bit of time, you might see some bigger fish coming that, a lot of the old timers will tell you, back in the 80s, back in the 90s, the early 2000s, there's nothing but 40, 50-pound fish in here.
Yeah. Original bloodline fish.
And it's, we'd like to see it get back there. And there's probably, it's not a topic I like to really get into. It's a wide range of stuff that could be affecting it, and everyone's just kind of looking fingers which way.
Yeah.
What's up
But
with
it's,
the fish ladder? Why is it broken?
I'm not really sure, or if it's an issue with having the fish on coming up on base, onto the federal land, the bears, people, extra headaches, or I couldn't even really begin to.
Is there fishing up there, or is it pretty much end at this second bridge here?
Rainbows, right? Dollies,
There's some fishing up there. It's I don't think they have the food source, like the fish used to be.
Right.
You talk to some kids that grown up, our age, that grew up here,
Yeah.
would tell you that the rainbow and dolly
Sounds like good
fishing
deer.
Have another
Was
caribou call.
amazing. Yeah.
was phenomenal up there back in the day.
Right.
Because the
Yeah.
fish would go up there, spawn, die.
Yeah.
They would have flesh, the carcasses and all that, and they cut
And
it
that was
off.
silvers and kings. So the whole
Yep.
And they used to have a small red run, right? That went up to
That's
Ship
right.
Lake.
Cook Inlet has reds that run in almost all the main drainages. Or at one point they did. The little
All the ones with
Sues,
lakes that can spawn in, basically.
correct. Yeah.
You just mentioned Ship Lake, so you guys all like to get up in the mountains and
Oh,
climb
yeah.
around.
Oh, all day.
So you've seen that back up there.
Yep.
And I've been fortunate enough to fly back up there a couple of times, and going back up in that valley, I mean, that's just awesome view up there.
Yep.
And a lot of folks
it's
don't
epic.
realize where the headwater to this creek is. They think
I don't
it's-
even know where it
they
is.
just
It's
think
right
it-
behind Powerline Pass.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wraps up around, goes up into Elmendorf,
Okay.
and then up and over. Right,
Yeah,
Jack?
yeah, up and around. It cruises down to the southwest.
So
Yep.
does it go up right there by Moose Run then? Up?
Oh,
it
it
goes
goes
past
Way
Yeah.
back,
Pass
back,
up there,
back.
okay.
Yeah.
So Moose Run has two courses. It has a hill course and the creek course,
Okay.
which cross you hit
Oh,
over Ship Creek a bunch of times,
Oh.
and that's like probably a third the way to the headwaters.
Yeah.
You start talking like Indian,
Yeah.
heading in from Indian
Okay.
that
Which-
way.
Way back
If
in
you
the
drop
Chugach.
over, if you
Yeah.
drop over Powerline Pass, that's directly to that pass that
Yep.
Indians up that drainage.
Yeah.
So in relation to these, so what about like Chester Creek and Campbell Creek? Those are wild, right?
Yeah. So Campbell Creek comes down from Powerline Pass, and then what would it be? The West Fork comes from the drainage over where like Wolverine is.
Okay.
Which they're closed to.
They're
King
closed.
salmon
They're
fishing.
closed to salmon. Closed to
that.
king salmon
King
fishing.
salmon fishing, correct.
Got it.
Except the last weekend in June,
It's
You
kid
think-
only, right?
youth anglers only.
Yep.
Oh.
Which is super
That's
cool.
right.
Nice.
They had that when I was a kid. and
So
was
is it
pretty
always
awesome.
the last week of June?
That's right. Some youngster's gonna hook a 40-pound fish.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
good to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
We might have to do a little take it back to the old raft trip and stop at the peanut farm for some caribou calls and
Yeah, that peanut farm. That's a good hole right there.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
that's a good watering hole.
There's always some red torpedoes mixed in with the silvers in there. You know?
There is. That's actually becoming really popular. The last couple times I went to, not the peanut farm, but the Arctic Roadrunner right there. Man, I must have seen 10 to 20 different kayakers coming down and making it happen. I was telling my other buddy, we used to have to find a old inner tube from a tire to do it, and now they got the kayaks at Costco, and people can go ahead and run that. And
Oh man,
that's a fun one. That's where we learned to raft. That's
on those sweepers in the dolphin.
oh
from
yeah,
Walmart?
that's where you learn to go left or right or
the
duck.
8-foot dolphin raft.
Do people sup it? Campbell?
Oh yeah,
you
absolutely.
could, right?
Yeah, you can definitely sub it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. Man, the sun's coming out. This is looking nice out here.
all day.
So, what time is the high tide tonight? Do we know? 11 or so?
I think it's almost past 12.
Yeah,
it's already midnight?
Going into 1 a.m.,
Yeah.
A little late for us.
Does it continually get later and later? Or is it like at
Yeah,
one?
get in there,
Yeah,
D.
no, I mean, so you
Get it
pretty
close,
much
D. Get it
changing
close. Get it
anywhere
close.
from like
Yeah, move
you're
that
pretty
in.
much changing anywhere from like 30 to 40 minutes a day. It's going to be moving ahead.
Okay.
So it constantly is changing. So at one point we could have 2 tides a day, one in the morning, one in the evening. But eventually one of those tides is going to roll out because we got to stop fishing at 11 o'clock. So it'll be after 11 o'clock, and so we're only going to have one fishable tide for the day. And that's
wow.
pretty much what
Yeah.
we're getting into with the Derby right now. Is we're moving into one fishable tide, because tonight would be like your last chance to fish that evening tide, and you're only going to get an hour and a half of that income before it's all said and done.
Oh, it rotates through. It kind of screws you on your time.
Right, exactly.
I had a question about that. So, most of these fisheries that have the rule from fishing from 6 a.m. to like whatever midnight or 11 p.m.,
Yeah.
they're natural fish coming back. They're wild fish. We have a hatchery run here. Why even have those timetables in place? Those time restrictions.
I mean, the time restrictions, it definitely helps with fish escapement. Those fish get to run up the river without being aggravated or harassed or anything like that.
Right.
They get up in there, they get comfortable. Those fish will actually sit in the river all night until 6 a.m. And then you'll start seeing a lot of anglers hook up. But it definitely helps them get up there. In a natural world, they'd have a chance to get over there and spawn and be comfortable without being harassed and stuff like that.
So do they do
so
it
those
first?
wild fish, or those fish are spawning? Those hatchery fish?
I never say never. They're going up to the hatchery. They got the raceways up there. They're going to come into the holding tanks, and then the Department of Fish and Game is going to do their egg intakes and spawn the fish.
Okay, that's how it goes.
All right, that's how it works.
But like Dylan said, it is important that these fish get a little bit of breathing room to get through, because
Yeah. A break.
it is. A lot of folks don't realize with these Ship Creek Kings, if you look at the stocking program, the lakes have landlocked salmon,
right.
They're coming from these fish.
Oh,
So
very
not only are they stocking kings back into here, supplementing some other places, maybe to augment the runs, the agglutinin tail race.
Yep.
But they're also stocking these in the lakes for anglers
Right.
to go catch
Like
throughout
Finger
the
Lake or
all the lakes in town, which ties back into another point with the yarn. Flossing these fish, when they hook them the belly back tail, it damages the fish. So that fish makes it to the hatchery, and they look at it, and it's got a bunch of puncture wounds or a bunch of hooks. They can't use that fish. It could be a 35-pound hen. They can't use it. She's too beat up. They can't use that for reproduction purposes.
Oh.
So not only does it hurt this creek,
Yeah.
but everything else that depends on the fish
Stocking.
that comes out of this creek. And that's why we try to educate people, flossing, the right way to do it if you're going to do it, or bait fishing. Because give these fish the opportunity, a little bit of bait, a piece of iron or hardware, these fish will crush it. And you catch the fish in the mouth, doesn't take that long. You get it out of the water, throw it on the grill, you're going to have a good evening.
Yeah, less stress on it. The
That's
whole
right.
thing. Yeah.
We used to have conversations, guys come up and be like, I caught 30 fish today. Well, that's pretty impressive. We let them all go. Well, why? We just had, because state says you have to, because it was in the belly, back, and tail. So is it really catching a fish? You hooked a fish.
Yeah.
But is it, it gets kind of aggravating sometimes, just as a outdoors person, an angler, a sport fisherman, just kind of seeing the handling of the fish.
Right.
When you hook it in the tail, bring it up the bank, kick it back in the water. And then it doesn't matter if, you're taking a fish out of anything like that. It's just, why kick it back in the water?
Yeah.
It's a fish. Just let it go. Take the hooks out, send it on its way.
Right.
Go back to fishing, So you get into is it legal? Possibly. Yeah. Is it ethical? Depends on your.
Yeah. Dylan's got a comment there.
Yeah. No, I saw a fish today. We got one in the net, and this fish was beat up. It looked like it had been attacked by a seal 3 times over.
Slashes in the side.
While we had it in the net, I reached out, pulled the pliers out, and I got about 4 hooks out of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I let it go, and she was a tired old hen at that point.
Yeah. Probably wasn't going to make it, huh?
Oh, no. She won't last too long. She'll be seal food or something like that. So. Yeah, it's just a little sad to see, man. You don't want to see them all beat up. And it's ruining it for other anglers, too, because, they catch that fish. That might have been the first fish that they ever caught or
whatever.
Anything like that, and they want to eat that fish. Well, half the meat's mangled.
Yeah.
It's all rotten, infected, stuff like that. So it's not only fair to the fish, unfair to the fish, but it's unfair to the anglers too. Have beat up fish like that.
Yeah. Well, there's a good argument there that I hear a lot on the Kenai, where it's like, oh, well, you can go dip net for 180 fish, but a few miles up the river, if you catch one, not in the mouth, you got to put it back. It's like, well, sometimes if you put them back, they're going to die anyway. So at least somebody should get something out of it. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying that you hear that argument a lot.
Yeah, I don't disagree with it. You wear it out to the point of exhaustion, and it's just going to end up floating to the top and float out for seal food. Why couldn't you just throw that on the grill, if that's what the point is, right?
Yeah.
Let's just face it. Most of us are fishing salmon for harvest, to put it in the freezer or eat it, right?
Yeah.
Reds for sure. Like, no one goes out like, I'm going to catch them, release some reds. No. You harvest. Like king, maybe, right? Yeah. But is it the right thing to put an exhausted big hen back in the water? None of us know exactly the fate of that fish, if it's going to matter, if it's going to last. But I don't know. I feel like you put the wood to a fish for 5 or 10 minutes on a salmon, my guess is it ain't going to make the rest of its 150-mile trek, whatever the hell it is, to its grounds to do its thing.
It's also
that's
really
my take.
You're right on. And most of the time when you put the fish back in the water, you're in a stream where you can't see the results. Like even here at Ship Creek, it's not a huge river. It's a pretty fast flowing river, and
it's big
for
when it gets
sure
to the
you're
lake,
not going to see where that fish
You can
goes.
put that wood block.
But when we go fish in the southeast, you can see where these big fish go, and you can see the result of what happens to them. And not taking the time to revive that fish and make sure that fish can swim on its own, and I'm talking 10 minutes, results in that fish dying lots of times. And what's cool is when you fish down there in these tiny, really clear water fisheries, you'll have another person with you. And they're usually fishing maybe below you. And so for me, fishing below someone, I've seen them take that time, 5-10 minutes, to revive a fish, and then I've watched it go out back in the water, in water that's not hard to swim in, and have a hard time. And then myself have to go back out and grab a fish that's already been released and take that extra time to revive it. And once you've seen the effect of what you've done and how long it really takes to revive, then you don't take like the 2 minutes and, it looks like it can swim on its own. No, you hold that fish until it can swim away from you, and you're holding force against it upstream.
So then you start getting into talking about the fish handling, proper fish handling techniques, proper netting techniques to kind of minimize the impact you have on that fish. And I went to a couple classes, guest speakers speaking about that stuff. And it gets interesting because there is as you spoke, Jack, there's a right way to do it, to ensure, increase the odds, I suppose, of the fish surviving back in there. And I absolutely agree. And that's a big reason that I don't really, outside of here, go sport fish king salmon, because I'm not going to harvest them to eat them.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go throttle the fish just to throttle the fish, as much as I enjoy the fight. But down here, I fish them. I keep a couple for a proxy.
Yeah.
And he told me he wants 2 this year, so I'll probably keep 2, maybe 1 for my family, my wife and my kid.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'm not here every day just to catch a king. I enjoy the fight, letting them go. If someone else can have them, great. We want them to take care of them and eat them. Put them on the grill, enjoy, have fun.
That's right.
You having a little technical difficulties over there?
Yeah, don't mind me.
So,
Are you about to start rapping?
Yeah.
Take it back.
Let me just
Take it
grab
back.
onto this now.
Well, we just.
We can form
There's
the Ship
technical
Creek crew.
difficulties of moving this stuff outside the studio.
so
No problem.
what are your fish handling techniques when you catch one and you want to release it? Like, say it's snagged.
So down here, we're keeping them in the water. We're going to keep them in the net as long as we can.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing. We're doing the same thing. We're tail holding them. We're holding them in the net, until we feel them start to kick.
Yeah.
And then we're lowering the net, sending them on the way.
Yeah.
We don't even the ones we hook, we release. Sometimes we get those looks like, hey, we've been out here. You guys just caught a fish. What are you doing letting it go?
Right.
It's because the clients we're with, they're not interested in keeping them. They just want to, and we do. We hold them. We let them go. We do that with other people. Hey, let other folks fish, take the hooks out, hold them, kind of show them that, hey, you can still take a picture with it.
Yeah.
And you can let it go and watch that fish swim off. Chances with here, he's going to go upstream. After that boo-boo and his lip heals, within the next day, he's probably going to hit again.
Yeah.
What is with that thing?
I don't know, technical difficulties.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I got it.
We'll keep it going.
Yeah. Keep it going, boys.
Jack, do you want to cue up the trivia while we work out this mic problem here?
So I think a second piece of wood under there.
Yeah, you have another piece of wood?
Need more wood.
Yeah. Anybody got some wood around here?
We're all fishermen.
That little piece keeps coming off.
We're twinning.
Yeah, we can throw down some trivia while we get a sec here. So, Anchorage is
Yeah, go ahead, Jack.
Go ahead, Jack. I'm listening.
Anchorage is the biggest city in Alaska. We all know that. But does anyone know the true origins on how Anchorage was established?
That's a pretty open question. How is established?
Yeah, why is Anchorage a city? Why did people decide to settle here? How'd that happen?
Does that have something to do with the port and the waterways, or? I don't know. I'm taking a wild guess.
Yeah, I think it was because it probably had the best anchorage.
Oh, that's pretty
Probably.
pretty good guess.
Just guessing.
Right in the silk.
Yeah.
He is sharp.
I don't know. That's a really good question. Why is this the best landing spot?
Dustin?
Dustin's thinking I know Dave Moore told me this, but I can't remember what it was.
I was thinking for the highway, but then I recall White Earp coming up here, and I think he came up here well before they built the highway. So.
Yeah, so in 1915, they built a railroad. And this was a construction camp.
To Seward, right?
It was from Seward
Yeah.
to Fairbanks in 1915. And it took 8 years to build that railroad up to Fairbanks. And the reason Anchorage became Anchorage was basically because of its location on the ocean, but for this railroad construction camp. And they moved the Alaska, I think it was Alaska, was it Alaska Engineering Commission base, which used to be in Seward, which is the group that designed the railroad and also managed its construction, the home base to Anchorage. And then from there, it started to expand.
Well, we're learning.
Why did they pick Seward as the start of the railroad?
Oh, probably because the port. Probably had the best, the deepest port.
Yeah, the deepest port.
The deepest port for the ships. That's my guess. Anybody else?
Yeah. So you're damn close. What would be important other than deep water?
Unprotected.
Defensibility.
Oh, you think it was military?
Oh, there's bunkers everywhere out there.
Yeah.
World War II, yeah.
Oh, defensibility, depth. Mount Marathon.
There's
right there.
one really important factor. Yeah, they wanted Mount Marathon. They knew it was going to be a big deal.
That was the whole point.
It's like, oh, that's a really nice hike. We could run it. Let's do it. So it was ice-free. That was the big deal.
right.
That it was an ice-free port. You know, deep water makes sense too.
Yeah. Oh, so it didn't ice up.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh.
You guys tell your listeners about the Mount Marathon, exactly what it is?
I don't think we have. Go ahead, Dustin.
Well, I don't know. I'm not running it.
Oh, you're not. You
I'm
don't know what it
I'm
is.
not taking option C. You know, I like it.
Well, Mount Marathon. They call it Mount Marathon because every 4th of July, they run an actual marathon that starts in the city of Seward, and they climb up, which is called. Is it actually called Mount Marathon? Is that the name of it, or is that just the race?
It's the name of the mountain.
The name of the mountain. Okay. So Mount Marathon, they race
But
it
it's
up.
not an actual marathon.
No, it's not. It's not actually 26 point whatever. Well, how many miles is it actually? Do we know? Mount Marathon.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll tell you what, at the grade of the mountain, though, that's definitely 26 to me.
Yeah.
I mean, Mount Marathon is longer just because of the run in the city, right? You have to start down there on, what is that, 3rd Street? And then you run up and then have to run back down. But I don't know how long. We can look it up real quick.
Yeah, we'll look it up real quick. But either way, it's run on the 4th of July. And normally Seward is just packed and there's vendors everywhere. And it's actually a really great place to be in 4th of July. If you haven't gone down there, it's really fun to bring the family. There's a lot of vendors. They have the race. They have a parade. And I want to say that they run that race. The winner does it in about 45 minutes nowadays. I think is about right? 45 minutes or so. 40 to an hour. I want to say they run all the way up that thing.
They're fast.
And down that thing. And it's treacherous. I mean, I've climbed it 3 times, maybe 4 times. And it's hand to hand climbing. I mean, at certain points, it's like you're grabbing onto roots and rocks and actually climbing up. It's not a really just sweet trail. I would not say it's for beginners. Why don't we try to do it on this side, Brandon? Right next to Jack's.
How did it start?
So the record is 41 minutes, 26 seconds in 2016 by David Norris.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and it's 5K total.
5K.
5K. So what's that? 3.2 miles. But what's the elevation on it? Gains the elevation, and that's the real, like you were talking. You go through the forest on the lower portion, scaling, almost walking vertical, which is right up your guys' alley.
Yeah.
Up there where the horns live, and then running back down.
Yeah, full sprint.
In 40 minutes.
And you see these people coming back into the city just bloodied up. I mean, scuffed up. I mean, they fell down. Everyone's dirty, and it gets real treacherous up there.
Started on a bar bet.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yep. Well, that's the urban.
That's the urban legend.
The urban myth, I know. Right? Started on a bar bet.
Let's hope that
Almost
works.
3,000 feet elevation gain.
That's a nice little jaunt. Is that a good jaunt? To me, it looks good. And then you said you climbed it 3 times. I've looked at it 3 times. you know.
Yeah, I've climbed it 3 times, and I mean, it took me a few hours. You know, it takes you 2 hours to get up, and 30 minutes to get down, depending which way you come down. But even in the beginning, when you go to start it, it's like real climbing, like almost ropes needed. You know,
I mean,
so it's
and the individuals have disappeared up there and not come back down.
yeah. Well, there was the one guy, right, that he must have planned it or something, and he disappeared, and they never found him.
Yep, that's true.
Collected his life insurance, and he's somewhere in Mexico now. Yeah. And
Now-
then there
now
wasn't
they're
there
not running marathons up a mountain anymore.
The history there on the Wikipedia said 1908 bar bet between two sourdoughs so you could make it up and back the fastest.
Oh, okay. I know there was there's the prison out there in Seward, and there was this guy that escaped from the prison, and he climbed up there, and they ended up finding because he had a bright like red tent or orange tent, and they ended up getting him out there because they found his tent just sticking out of nowhere
On Mount Marathon?
On Mount
Oh,
Marathon.
that's funny.
Yeah, he was like trying to climb up and over or something, and thought he could get away.
security too, right?
Yeah, maximum security. What's that called out there? The Seward.
That's
I
the
don't know.
Goose Creek Correctional Facility, isn't it?
No, Goose Creek is
Oh.
over here in the valley. That's a different one over there. You can tell we're not criminals.
Yeah, I've been in there. I've seen it on TV though.
That's
You see-
Max in Alaska, though.
The one in Seward is the Max Max? Oh, the Max Max.
Dude, that
Ah,
motherfucker should stick.
that's going to stay. Let's give a quick shout out to the Treehouse AK, your one-stop dispensary located at 341 Boniface Parkway. Be sure to ask the bud tender about their deal of the day because honestly, there's always something good on deck. And guys, listen, this is where the culture lives. At the Treehouse, their dedication to servicing consumers has been developed through a lifetime of involvement in the cannabis culture. They're committed to providing the highest quality products at whatever value your budget affords, while always maintaining the deep-rooted principles that have carried them this far. Their focus is on relationships over transactions, and you can always depend on them to treat you with the respect you deserve. Hit them up at thetreehouseak.com, and remember, you must be 21 years of age to enter the store. Well, it looks like it's picking up down here. There's a bunch more anglers coming out. There's some people on this side. The tide's coming up. You said the tide is what? Midnight? Midnight, Dylan?
Yeah, the tide will be a little bit right after midnight, I want to say. So.
Okay, so it'll be hot between 10 and 11 there because it closes at 11. Is there someone that comes through and says, hey, the river's closed? Is there someone that is like policing this thing?
It's pretty much policed by the community. There are a handful of troopers that come through here every now and then, some federal wildlife guys, you know, whoever's in the area because they have a huge range to cover. We're just a handful of guys, so it's pretty much policed by the community, you know, with like let each other know, hey, you're not allowed to fish, you know, and hey, but at the same time, we like to sit and watch other people do crazy things sometimes too. So if they want to go for it, go for it. You know, it's their fine, not mine. So.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, buddy.
So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you get your line out of the water at 11, or they're going to come give you a ticket.
They are hiding in the bushes.
Do they give you a ticket?
Oh yeah, they give you a ticket.
Oh, for fishing
and
out of
if
bounds.
It's even worse if you caught a fish after 11.
Oh, I bet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're not keeping that one either.
No, you're gonna get that taken away and get a ticket.
Yeah.
Depending on what the mood they are in, you know,
Yeah.
it might take a fishing pole. You never know.
Oh, they'll take whatever you want.
Yeah,
If you got one of those nice trucks, they might come see where you're loading your stuff up too.
Yeah, they needed another nice truck in their shop, so you know.
Yeah. So Dylan, how long you been helping Dustin out here?
This is actually my first year
Okay.
doing guiding for him on the river. I've known Dustin in and out for about 3 or 4 years. I mean, I knew of him before then. I didn't really get too much help from Dustin. I just came down here and started doing it, paying attention, observing, taking notes and whatnot. And I think it took me about 5 years of fishing here, back from 2011 probably to 2016 before I started really laying into the fish.
Okay, figuring it out.
Figuring it out, and then just recently this year, me and my homie Darren, you know, the D2 crew, we're out here and we're just getting it done. I mean, I've already got 4 fish on my license. He's got all 5 already.
Oh, nice.
I've let about 6 fish go personally.
Yeah.
And then, so he just noticed that I was catching fish, and
so he approached you. He's like, this man's getting them.
and he you know, I'm really good with the people. I'm down here helping everybody. That's what it's all about for me is making memories and smiles and stuff like that, man, and having an overall good time. So I try to take care of everybody out here. I net fish, everything else. I mean, I can pretty much be anybody's friend down here on the creek, and that's what it's all about. So
Yeah, being helpful.
yeah, I'm all about working with the people and catching fish. So this is the best place I could be.
That's awesome. So So you caught Dylan out here doing this thing, and you approached him and said, "Hey, why don't you come do this?"
Did you guys get into the Dylan history?
Yeah, how Dylan got into guiding.
I was just about to ask that before I took a potty break.
Yeah, I wondered how the whole relationship started, on how Dylan got started on the guiding thing.
Sunsets, long walks along the creek, Just, no, I mean, it's just really, man. I mean, it comes back
Pina
to
coladas in the rain.
That's right.
Those flowing locks or what?
It comes back, that's why I'm working on mine,
Yeah, I was going to say, it's something to be inspired by. Exactly. There you go,
When he comes in the morning fresh out, they look all shiny.
He's a good-looking kid, man. He's a good-looking kid.
You should have brought the glasses.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, he's got the big pit
the
viper.
aviators or what?
No.
They're not pit vipers. They're like an upgraded pit viper.
Oh, okay. Is that more like the left fielder at Wrigley, like the sunglasses style?
Oh, yeah.
Like macho.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But it comes back to the vibe. I mean, one of the great things about being down here, I'm down here all day. I get to meet a lot of folks.
Yeah.
And it's the interaction. And I get to meet a lot of folks, interact with them, see how they are, see how they interact with other folks. And you find those people. And it's hard, you know how it is. It's hard to assemble your crew.
Yeah.
And get everyone that's kind of start meshing.
Yeah.
And, so I started looking. It's like, that's going to be a good fit. Kind of ask some of those around me, like, what do you think? So we was evaluating Dylan before he knew we was being evaluated.
Yeah. Get the spies on him.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, hey, all right, let's see what's going on. Like,
yeah.
And then the rest is just kind of history from there. He's like, yeah, hey, he's looking for work. He's, got stuff to do. He likes to fish. He knows how to fish.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then most importantly is for me, it's not about the fishing aspect. Of course, we like to catch fish, and we're going to catch fish, but it's the interaction with the individuals.
Yeah.
How they carry themselves with people, and that's what's big. My other guy, Jake, same way. He's a young kid, plays college hockey out in Boston.
Yeah.
Comes back in the summer. Great kid, great guy, great personality. Works great with people. Same thing.
Yeah, I knew him. I knew his uncle Ben Brady. Rest in peace.
Yep.
Yeah. Is his last name Brady too?
No, it's Garmin.
Oh, it's Garmin. Okay. But I know he's a part of that family over there. Is there any more cold caribou calls in there?
Oh, there's a lot of caribou calls in there.
Good,
they're
because
ice cold.
I'm just getting warmed up over here.
Hey, is that boom still trying to hang off over there?
It's still trying to do something.
What the hell, man? What happened? It was hanging here the whole time.
I kind of was. I didn't want it to fall, so I kept just hanging on to it.
Which one you looking for?
Oh, I'll take whatever. I don't care.
Yeah,
While we got a break here, I'm going to give a shout out to Serrano's.
Oh, get after it, bro.
One of our sponsors, Serrano's Mexican Grill. This is my personal go-to for authentic Mexican food. We frequently call Serrano's for burritos while we're canning. What's cool about them, all ingredients are made in-house. The Northern Lights location has a legit tequila bar. They did an awesome job pimping that out with all kind of local wood. It's just really nice. They did a damn good job. They also have a location on Tudor. You should check them out at serranosmexicangrill.com.
Dude, this technical
They need to bring that
is
food
killing
truck
me right
back
now.
too. That Serrano's food truck is killer.
Have you had a chorizo burrito in there?
Oh yeah, so good.
That's me and my kid's spot for lunch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. I pick her up for school at least one day a week. I pick her up every day from school, but at least one day a week we was going in there. And she's a picky eater. If they don't have Brussels sprouts, she's not down.
Oh really?
So,
yeah. Okay. That's not. You're not being facetious.
Oh no, I'm being serious. Brussels sprouts.
That's the one of the kids that dump on the floor. The dog eats them.
Yeah. She's all about it, but she likes Serrano's. So we go in there and we get a little burrito. We're going in there so much they recognize us.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. I bet they recognize you, man.
Yeah, it's the beard. It's the beard.
You go to the Northern Lights one?
It's not the personality?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, come on.
Hey, I'm bubbly everywhere I go.
I bet you are, man.
Hey, you just got to engage people, have fun. Sometimes you push them out of their comfort zone to get them comfortable. You just talk to them.
Oh, yeah.
It's just big. You walk up to someone you don't even know or, passing by and just ask them how they're doing.
Start bullshitting.
Hey, how's your day going? And you can see the uplift in them. So
yeah,
I'm
they
all
engage.
about that.
They engage.
Yep. And you just kind of break that ice, and it's kind of like, oh, who's this guy with the beard talking to me? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
He's baiting me in. Have you been out on that deck since they redid it?
no, I've been living down here at the shack.
Yeah,
on
oh
the
man,
creek.
they redid that deck. It's so nice.
But the inside, I'm blown away by the inside. Matter of fact, one of the tables has, I think it's $68.33 in pennies.
oh right, yeah.
Glued onto
Yep,
it.
yep.
Me and my kid counted them. I made her do it, and she did it. And I was like, yeah, that's it. So we told the waitresses.
6,800 pennies.
It was
Wow,
wild. Like,
that's unbelievable. Yeah, they did a fucking awesome job there. It is so
I think
great.
I went in there pre-masks, and it was a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit different. And then we went back in. I'm like,
Yeah,
am I in the right place?
Yeah.
It's looking to it. And they knocked it out. And the food, I think they even elevated the food in there.
yeah, the
Like,
food's great.
That chorizo burrito, though, I get that every time.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's a canning day favorite right there. The all the circle sawn wood on the bar,
Yeah.
even in the tables, is just really, it's done so well. It's really cool. You go in there and you have like this. I mean, it's almost like you're in a log cabin, but then it also kind of just flows with the the restaurant, what they're trying to do for their vibe. It's
It does.
pretty rad.
It's got that Alaska Lodge feel.
Yeah.
But then authentic, like you said, authentic Mexican food in there.
Yeah.
That is just top notch, off the hook.
Yeah. They have this mescalita. Mescalita. It's like a margarita but with mezcal.
Okay.
Oh, it's like this smoky. Oh, it's very, very good. Yeah. Uber. That's what Uber's for. Mescalitas.
Hey, gentlemen, I don't mean, but I'm going to cut out a little bit early here.
Are you
All
gonna
right,
head
Dylan,
out,
you
bro?
gotta get to
I
work.
got to get my daughter to bed,
Oh, it is
Got to get
getting
her
late,
beauty
man.
sleep, absolutely.
Good dad move right there.
Yeah.
That's that midnight
Absolutely.
sun, you lose track of time right there.
That's
No,
right. Well, thanks,
man.
Dylan. Thanks for coming out.
Dude, it's been a
Appreciate
pleasure,
you.
man.
Thank you for having me. It's been awesome, my man.
Yeah.
man.
He'll be back at 8 a.m.
He'll be back at 8
if you guys
a.m.
wanna
Oh, yeah.
continue.
Back at it.
Back on the creek.
Line's tight.
D1, baby. D1 with the
D1.
locks.
D1 with the locks.
We'll see you, man.
Hey, man, thanks for coming out, bro. Yeah, you're solid, baby. Solid. Oh, man, look at this guy, man.
So people that are not watching live and are just going to hear this on Monday or this week, the Slam'n Salm'n Derby will be over by the time they listen to this past Sunday, yesterday. For this, the 20th is the day that it happened. But we do have another opportunity coming up with the coho rodeo, right?
That's right. The
Oh, is that the
rodeo.
name you came up with?
It is, yeah. The coho
Oh,
rodeo.
I like it.
The coho
All right.
Good
rodeo.
We're really going to get after it. It's a fun time down here. August 7th, that's going to kick off. Hasn't been a coho derby down here, I think since about 2007. And, we're bringing it back, trying to figure out how to do it. What we're looking at, a stringer weight 1 day.
I like that.
Stringer weight.
yeah.
It's
versus a
a
fish.
1 day.
One day event, stringer weight. We're going to have some
so
time
like-
restrictions.
like bass fishing, like your cumulative weight.
That's right. We're allowed 3 fish down here. All 3 can be silvers.
Okay.
So we're going to go that because that's kind of the hard part we've been battling the last several years. How are we going to do a coho derby? Right now we're in king season. The creek is only open 6 a.m. till 11 p.m. So we get a little break. So I got to go home at 12 o'clock, 12:30 at night, sleep a little bit, come back at 5 a.m.
That's a grind.
Once cohos show up, it's wide open 24/7.
Oh, there's no time restriction on that.
There's
All through the tides.
So you could come down here at 3 a.m., catch your
Okay.
3 fish, go home.
Yeah, that's when my son likes to come out here when those silvers are in and
Yep.
those pinks come in,
Yep.
and
Yeah, 'cause
And
you can fish whenever you want.
he's the guy that loves to catch and release the pinks.
Not
No,
at
he's-
3 a.m. though, right?
No, not at 3
Okay.
a.m. No, he would if I let him though. He would if I let him for sure. Oh,
Yeah, so it's good. So we're gonna get a 1 day stringer weight. We got some time set on it.
Okay.
It is what it is. Everyone to get after it and bring them up. We're gonna have some great prizes. It's gonna be a lot of cold hard cash on that one.
ooh, nice.
Nice.
What's the date again?
August 7th.
August 7th. Oh, we'll still be here.
Yeah, so that's a Saturday.
That's a Saturday,
It is a
August
Saturday.
7th. Yeah.
Hey, it's kind of going back to trying to figure it out. What makes it? I want everybody to participate, at least have the opportunity. You know, we can't get everybody, but
Right.
you know, hopefully the weekend during some normal hours, you know, everyone's got an opportunity, because all it is one cast. One cast, catch a big fish. You never know. You might be the Derby
Well, I think
winner.
for that, it's 3 casts.
That's right. 3 of them.
That'd be a good point.
You got to
That's
bring
right.
in 3.
That's it.
Yeah.
Or it could be, you know, hey, string or weight.
Yeah,
He might catch the. He might
Or
catch
get a halibut.
the one big
I
silver.
saw a picture of halibut in there.
Oh,
Hey, you were
sure, it
mentioning
was a halibut.
In your books.
It might have been a, yeah.
A flounder.
A little skate.
it was flat.
It was flat.
It was one of those like 1990 pictures.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A little flounder, a little starry flounder.
little
That's
old
right.
one.
Yeah, caught down there. There's another. There's
Yeah.
like another fake. We used to, you know, back in the day, you used to have a big cork board in there when you still print pictures.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It kinda
Put it
them
up there?
Yeah.
Oh,
you know,
nice.
and,
Yeah.
there's a picture of a big giant black grouper that made its way up
Oh,
there.
really?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Oh,
it's more
nice.
for the candy on the boat than it was the
Yeah.
fish picture.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about that one.
No.
But you're right.
Yeah.
There is a picture of a star, and that came out here, a little starry flounder down there at
Right
the
on.
bottom end of the creek. You know, I wouldn't sell you a fishing trip to come up here and fish
No,
for flounder
no,
on
no.
Ship Creek. But
No.
Well, you know, you net them dip netting on the Kenai.
Oh, yeah.
Like regularly, so it doesn't. I don't doubt that they'd be up here. Same drainage, same fishery. You know, just a little further north.
I don't know if it's deep enough, really, out here.
No,
This-
I mean, at the end of the end, maybe right.
This is my
Like, that'd be-
bodyguard right here. He
Yeah,
comes
Yeah, it
around.
looks like it.
He comes around. This is my man. We go back about 20 years in the military.
Okay.
Wound up
Right
in
on.
Alaska at the same time. He's been around the Baitshack. You know,
He's a man.
Hey,
Army boy as well?
he
Uh-huh.
is. He grinds
Can
as
you
much
tell?
down here
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's
as
done a
I
few
do.
push-ups.
Like, and especially when it comes to the Derby, he lives way out there. Drives in an hour. He's here every morning at 5:30.
Oh, good for him.
He stays out here with me till 11:30, and takes his time off of work
Uh-huh.
for the whole Derby to come hang out. Same thing. He just enjoys
Okay, you
engaging
ready to
people.
sit down?
Yeah, have a seat
Yeah,
there.
man.
The,
Get him some headphones.
Yeah,
Get
grab that extra set.
Really, he's got good handwriting.
He's,
he doesn't like-
he's the one writing the names and the weights.
He don't like to handle the fish, so I handle all the fish. He does all the recordings. I got terrible handwriting, so it's perfect. Right?
There you go.
You know, and we just call off numbers
And he's a lot better looking.
Hey, you know,
Yeah.
we get mistaken for twins down here. You know, you see the
You'd like to
similar-
think that.
You'll be surprised how many people come to us and ask us if we're brothers or if we're
Yeah, you guys look like
Dead
it.
serious. Dead serious.
That
Are you
relationship.
It's a good skin. It's a good skin tone, you know.
and that's real. They come down asking, "Hey, you guys related?"
Yeah. So are you still in the Army? Or are you
No,
retired?
I'm out now.
You're out
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So don't worry, he's not doing option B either.
You're not doing option B?
No, we don't get down like that.
That was 1,000 push-ups.
I'll pass.
He'll pass. He did enough of those in his time already, I'm sure.
He doesn't want to join the podcast derby. So
Yeah, okay.
I didn't ask these guys if they want to either.
I'm gonna pass on that derby too.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys have a choice.
I don't know if y'all have a choice. Yeah, exactly. I don't think y'all have a choice.
Yeah. No, we're
We'll
in
wait
it.
for the video to come out tomorrow. Yep.
So was that the only fish that came out this evening? Obviously that was brought up here
Since we've been here,
since we've been here.
you know.
Okay.
But I'm sure. Well, there was one that came out earlier. Since we've been here, looked like about a 25-pounder.
Okay.
Went over to the parking lot.
Oh, he just came
No
and got
derby
his and
ticket.
left.
Yeah,
No
that's
derby
it.
ticket
Yeah,
and go.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
get him and go.
And
Get 'em and go.
We didn't get the tide. You know, I think a lot of the fish are coming in on the tide or getting
Yeah.
caught on the tide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
yeah.
these fish are holding in the creek too, though. There's fish down there. We watched a couple folks. Was it yesterday? We were out there. They hooked about 30 fish. They stayed out here, fished all day long.
Uh-huh.
Right where those guys, where we were talking about the salmon colored shirt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he took a break though.
You know, because he was hitting the ball.
Yeah, there's
it's
a
like
bong
Puff-
hit
Puff
now.
Daddy,
He's-
Puff Daddy's. He
He's
switched it up.
deep in that seat, dude.
Yeah,
That's gotta
he
be
ain't
indica.
moving, dude.
That's
No,
gotta be
that's
indica.
gotta be
Yeah,
indica.
yeah,
That's
he's
not
passed
just-
out.
Gotta be AKO.
He should have gone
But it-
sativa on that one.
But
Here it
they
comes, here it
literally
comes.
hooked.
Here comes, look up.
30 fish out there all day long.
Oh, that's
You
great.
know, and it's just, you know,
They just kept beating the waters?
we sit and watch, you know.
The pink ain't nothing. We passed that around. Remember our mermaid?
Oh, yeah, we got mermaids out here,
Oh,
too.
you got mermaids
Yeah,
out here?
yeah.
Let me see. Let me
Feel
see.
free to
Hey.
pass that jug.
Let me
Just
see.
fully husked.
Oh,
We call that
wow.
the
Look at
shack
my
life.
man, dude. We're looking at a picture of this guy with his shirt off, just sitting on
Just
one of those
husk out.
concrete things, just looking like a hussy. Full nap style.
Yeah, I wonder how much money he made that day, man.
Hey, look, the people that come out here are wild. We got
Oh,
wild.
oh,
We got
dude.
all
Oh, yeah.
types of characters from
Hey,
all
man, it's
walks of
Alaska
life.
Wild Project, baby. That's what we're trying to come out here
They're
and
out
find.
here.
Yeah, they're out here.
This is where you can find them.
You know, and that's really the cool thing about coming down there, because it literally is every walk of life that comes
Oh,
down
dude.
here. Like,
Yeah.
I walk the creek all the time. You know, I haven't been so much with the Derby because I'm tied up
Yeah.
here. But I enjoy. I get out, walk down, see how everybody's doing, talk to them. You know,
Sure.
people are giving me the dap, what's up,
Yep.
talking like that. And I went down under the train bridge a couple of weeks back, and it was awesome. I think it was a Saturday afternoon. It was awesome. Bluebird skies, people fishing. You know, you could just see them come around the corner. There's a gentleman with his son. They got the whisper light out there. They're cooking food,
Okay.
waiting on the
Oh,
tides.
nice.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a solid 6 hours beforehand.
Ready
and
to
I'm
go.
like, yo, that's what's up, and that's cool. You guys are out here cooking up, you know, on the whisper
Yeah.
light. You
Yeah.
have to get after
Yeah,
it.
doing the
Look-
long game.
Yeah,
Yep.
look right behind them. There's a pack and play.
Oh, for the baby?
Yeah, the baby's up
Yeah.
underneath. You know, the mom and dad.
You know,
they're
know something
fishing.
funny, man? I seen someone on the Kenai
that,
on
man.
Sunday. This dude had a pack and play in the middle of his raft. Straight up, dude.
Dedication.
Oh, man, he had the pack and play right behind him, and the little baby's in there just like that, and the mama's in the back. I was like, oh, that's hardcore, man. I don't know about the safety of that, but that was pretty
Well, he
crazy.
probably had the life preserver strips like taped to the corner of the pack and play.
Oh, yeah, the
So it
whole
fell
pack
in,
and
it
play
was
goes
just like
in.
it
It's
just-
still good
just
to
floats,
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we all got kids, right?
Yeah.
And the biggest, you know, I've got my one, and those are mine. The biggest piece of advice I got was, hey, you know, congratulations, you know, on having your daughter, but don't let this, you know, experience, don't let her change how you operate.
Yeah.
And I've stuck to it. You know, my wife, we've stuck to it. We've continued on, and that's what that guy's down there doing. He's like, hey, we got a kid, but
We'll take him
it's
out.
probably the wife. She's probably like, hey, honey, we got a kid, but
Oh, I
I
guarantee
got to
it.
go catch trout. You
Because
know?
she's the one that is dealing with the kid.
Yep. She's like, hey,
Yeah,
we
he's
gotta get
on.
out.
He
Yeah,
was on.
Yeah, he's like, well, I'll just get the boat ready.
Yeah,
and
that's
you
it.
pack the rest.
Yes. Just
You-
put that thing right in there, dude.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a damn good
no, no.
idea.
Yeah.
No, it is. You said it best. She's calling the shots on that.
That's it.
Yeah. He's
Yeah, well, it's like
"Oh,
when you
wanna
see
go?"
someone had, I think, was it you had like the baby car seat in the side-by-side?
Oh yeah, I got
Yeah.
a car seat in the back, that right rear seat.
Yeah, yeah, for the
That's
baby.
Harper's spot.
Yeah. Yeah, get him out there, man.
I ratchet strapped that thing in there, man. It ain't going nowhere.
Oh, there you go. And then
Yeah.
she's safe and
Oh,
she
no,
can.
yeah. No, she's just bebops around. She don't even know what's going on.
Having a
Yeah.
blast. I mean,
Oh,
think
yeah.
about it. I used to cruise in a Ford Pinto as a kid with no car seat.
Oh yeah.
At least
in the
I
back.
did, you know.
Oh,
Sitting
yeah.
in the
yeah.
back, bouncing
Oh.
around.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't know
There
about
was no car
seatbelts.
You know,
seats?
like no car seats, no
Nah.
seat belts,
Nah.
you know, just hanging
I
out
don't
in the
think
back.
I even to this day
Hurry
own a
up, hit the
helmet
bump
or
fast,
anything.
yeah.
No, riding four wheelers.
Yeah, I don't even have a helmet. I should get one,
You
but
don't wear
No,
a helmet biking?
I don't even own a helmet for anything.
You are so old.
I mean, you could dig
I
back
am.
and get one of them cool metallic flakes.
No, they got cool helmets now though.
You know,
Yeah, they got helmets for everything.
The helmets
you
are
should wear a
awesome.
helmet. You should wear a helmet.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Technology changed and things are better.
And they're super comfy. They breathe. They keep your head warm.
I love that, man.
It's
I
like-
love
yeah.
that train. Just
No, you love it right now.
Yeah.
no, you work here 16 hours. You don't love it that much.
Look, I think that train kicks off probably around 7 o'clock in the morning,
Oh, I bet.
and we hear it all the way until we leave at 11
Just
o'clock
cringe.
at night.
Here comes the train.
So brutal.
You got to go out there and like make a memory with those guys somehow. You know, go do something cool with them on the river or whatever. You know, go up here with your pack rafts and float down, whatever it is.
Yeah, but
And,
I don't-
and then every time you hear that, you have like a nostalgic feeling.
I don't know
That's
if
the
they
only
like
way
their
to get
jobs,
over
though.
it. It's the only way.
None of them are happy looking. They all look grumpy, like they hate their lives. So
Oh, the
Oh, those
railroad
boys?
boys?
Yeah, I don't think they'd appreciate.
So at the same time, you're going to be changing lives.
That's a tough one for those state employees. That's a tough one right there.
Yeah, those boys get grumpy, huh?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, well, they're taking for granted what they got, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I tell you what, when that train's running in the morning at 5:30, 6 a.m., and we're waiting to throw in the water down here, and they're getting ready to haul passengers up to Denali, you can smell the breakfast. And, you know, man,
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got our coffee. You know, we're not eating breakfast. We're thinking about fishing. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
that smells good. All of a sudden, you're hungry. And you're like, hey, you know what? Hey, tide looks a little
What you-
slow.
what
Let's
you
go to the white spot and get some bacon and eggs real quick.
Speaking of, have you been up to the Biscuit Club up there?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, the Biscuit Club.
yeah,
Shout out to Helena up there at the Biscuit Club.
That's right, that's right.
You haven't been to the Biscuit Club?
Oh, man, what's up with that?
That sounds like 1,000 push-ups right
I
there.
was going to say, everybody like me been to the Biscuit Club? Like,
Oh,
Yeah, that's like 2,500 push-ups.
Yeah.
Holy
Yo,
Helena
so
makes
you can see it from here. It's right in the blue
Hey,
building.
let me check in with you in about a month, all
It's
right?
in the blue building, man.
Yeah.
You gotta
It
let
is
your inner fat kid out,
incredible.
man.
I'll hit
Oh,
about
yeah.
50 a day. Let's see what I get.
The chorizo. What is the chorizo one? It
Yes.
has like a.
It's got chorizo in the gravy, and I think there's jalapenos in it.
Oh, my
And
It's
she'll
got
do it to
other
go,
cheese.
too.
Bomba. The
She'll do
La
it to go.
Bomba.
La Bomba, that's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
La
It is
Bomba.
God,
incredible.
it's so good.
Yeah, she's got that
Yeah,
dialed in.
that's right up your white boy alley.
Yeah, just go
Yeah.
there tomorrow. Get two, don't get one.
Well,
Oh,
it's
you gonna
eat
get one for
one.
later?
it's
You're gonna
super,
be mad because it's gone, so get two.
super kid
Or
friendly.
share one with my wife and eat her other half because she can't finish it.
Yeah, do that. Don't worry, you'll burn it off with them push-ups. So don't even
Oh,
worry
I bet I
about it.
will. Yeah.
Those push-ups are coming.
Asshole flaming the whole way.
Yeah, hey, whatever works, man.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
It's
It's worth the
definitely
pain.
worth the pain. Yeah, yeah.
It's definitely a hole-in-the-wall breakfast joint that is incredible.
Those are
And-
my favorite.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. She's got
Greasy
it dialed
spoons,
in.
man.
Yeah.
I
But
think
with
she's
a
only open
modern
till 2,
flair.
right?
Yeah, till 2, I
Till
think.
2, yeah.
Yeah, modern flair to it, though. It's really good.
What's this pipe that's right here? Water that's running, or who knows?
I'm not sure. You want to go open it up and take a look?
Let's see. We got oil going through there, or what?
No, that's like
Hold
it's like an electrical casing.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is.
Power through there.
No, it's just taking it to the other side of the creek.
Man, they might have to redo that bridge here soon, huh? That thing's looking kind of.
No, man, that thing's good to go.
Oh, that thing's good to go. It's looking a little worn out on the
No, it
bottom.
ain't. No.
Look at those cross beams.
That
bridge ain't that's going
nowhere.
Yeah.
We've got pictures of that bridge
How old is that bridge?
from back in
Old.
Prohibition
Old,
era.
huh? Oh,
with
really?
Federal police officers out here breaking barrels of alcohol. That's how long this bridge.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I think he's really started to get looking into it. That's, one of the original old train trusses.
Okay.
Kinda
Okay.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt, 'cause it's got tar on it.
It
Yeah.
converted into the old creosote.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it still smells like it down here. But
Oh, yeah.
so that's old school right there. So that's the original train trestle down here. And like you said, there's, he's got pictures of the, breaking the alcohol during Prohibition. And
Yeah.
it's cool, especially, to see the folks coming down, kind of congregating on there
Uh-huh.
as the summer progresses.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of the halfway point.
Yeah.
Kind of in the upper
Definitely a good
portion
viewing
of the
point.
creek.
It
Yeah.
is.
I'm sure some days that whole bridge is packed with people.
June
so-
19th.
June
Oh, with the
19th.
kids, man.
I'm
June
gonna
19th.
put 300 plus kids up there.
June 19th. Well, yeah.
We're gonna load the kids up there. We're gonna do a good event there. This will be the 5th annual. Get out and fish.
Yeah.
Ship
I
Creek
think my
Youth
mother-in-law is going to bring my boys out here because we'll be up at the Dudes Day
Oh, nice.
thing.
Oh, Mom was watching the kids?
Grandma's watching the kids,
Nice.
so Alexia
All
can
right.
come out and
Yeah,
do
help
the
us
merch
out.
table and all that.
Day. Just picked up about 100 fishing rods for the kids. Bunch of
Yeah.
that's off the charts, man. The Bridge Restaurant right here, which you guys met Patrick earlier.
Yeah.
Man, it's super good to me down here.
Yeah.
We've been. This is my 10th season. Their 9th season. It's great, man. We love the crew in there. Everything they got going on. They do all the roasting of the dogs for us.
Oh, they do.
Oh, they-
okay.
They're
I
all the
knew you
meat?
were busy that weekend.
Yeah.
So they do up about usually about 500 hot dogs.
Yeah, well, count me in next year, and we'll do the Dudes Day a little earlier or something, and plan it out so we can be here.
You got to come down and just enjoy.
Yeah, I'd love to bring the kids down. For
I'll bring my employees out here to do it, and I'll come fishing.
They do it. They wrap them. They bring it, man, because
all ready to go.
Yeah, they get into it. We bring them out. The kids line up. We take some group photos, and then they just kind of like start funneling through, grab some fishing rods, grab some prize bags, stuff like that. We got golden tickets, so. You know, they're eating hot dogs, and all of a sudden you just hear, "Woo, I won!" You know, and then they come back up, claim their prize.
Oh, that's great.
And it's just awesome.
It's supposed to be a nice day that day, too.
Saturday, yeah.
The fun thing is, from that restaurant right there, downstream to the C Street Bridge, I wrote the regulation a couple years back, closing this down to a youth-only fishery on that third Saturday in June.
That's cool.
Awesome.
And
you took it to the board, right?
We did to the Board of Fish process. Yeah. I took it back this last year, got it extended to 11 p.m. so it's the entire day.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be, man?
The kids own the banks. It's awesome. You know, when they cut. And it doesn't matter to me, you know, and I think to a lot of kids, it doesn't matter if they catch a fish or not.
No, it's about out here, man.
Getting them involved into the sport.
Yeah,
we're gonna have gear for them to use. We're gonna give them free bait. You know, everything is free.
Yeah,
for the families that come down and enjoy.
The parents and the kids, like everything. Yeah.
And they don't have to stay just in that zone. You know, they can fish the entire creek. But this best prime real estate right here will be dedicated
kids
to those youth anglers that day.
So people that are listening to this, the Derby will be already over and the Kids Day will be over, but the fishing's not over.
No, we're just starting.
No,
it's still hitting.
Close. Yeah.
It's still hitting, and then the silvers start coming in, and then the pinks start coming in. Are we gonna do a pink Derby? The stinky pinky?
No, stinky pinky's up here.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That'd be before the silvers.
Maybe you do the ugliest pink. Like who brings in the ugliest?
Biggest hump?
It's kind of cool because
the biggest hump.
You gotta eat it right then.
Ceviche.
That's how you win.
When you guys think silvers, 4th of July weekend, where are you thinking?
Seward,
Lake
Pawnee Cove, somewhere out there.
Yeah.
We're thinking Ship Creek, right downtown.
Oh yeah, it's hot.
On July 4th already.
Just starting. We're gonna see some fish, kind of creeping in, which is kind of cool because. What else is getting ready to kick off? Dip netting, right? We talked about.
Yeah. And
so the creek kind of
Mm-hmm.
empties out,
right?
And then at the end of dip netting, people are like, "Oh, the silvers should be back." We've already been in for a week.
Oh yeah.
And you could get some hero drifts up here, letting it go for 100 yards, watching your float hit the bottom.
Yeah.
Set the hook. We're running bigger rods, 10-foot, 11-foot rods.
Because there ain't a bunch of people out here
having fun. Going through a pound of bait, just smacking the fish.
I love it.
Just smacking them. And it's just started, so people are like, no, it's too early. You're not catching silvers at that time. The 10th, 12th, 16th of June. I'm like, yeah, we are. No, you're not. You're right, we're not. They'll be here at the end of the month. They show up, and it's just going gangbusters. You look off the bridge back there. You look down, you'll see schools of 100, 200 fish swimming around. And it's just a lot of fun. I love fishing kings. You know, I love interacting with folks. But the coho fishing, he's the same way. Like, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
We're going to get out and have fun. And it's a great fishery all the way around, especially for women, kids, out-of-state visitors that don't fish.
Yeah.
If you could come down, cast the line in the water, that bobber's going to drop, and you're going to be hooked up.
Yeah. Silvers are a fun fighting fish as well.
Yeah, well, you can do the multiple. You know, you get your one king, you're done, right?
That's right.
Out here, you can get your multiple fish, and you can fish at a full tide, right? You can get 4 to 6 hours, and
yeah, but still, if it's before the 13th, you get that one king 20 inches or greater, you're done. You can't continue.
Yep. Okay.
But if you pick up, which we have in the past, if you pick up some silvers, two silvers, you can continue to fish.
Oh, in possession, three fish.
Then you catch that kit. Then you catch that king. Then you're done. If you catch 3 silvers, you catch that king. You're done.
Okay.
Right. You know,
you've seen that where people are catching the silvers and the king at the same time.
If I have
he's done it.
Yeah, if I have my little rack card, you know, I'm there with a little grin on my face. I'm holding I'm holding 2 fish, one right hand, one left hand. That was like July 31st, July 30th. They liberalized the fishery down here for kings, so we fished them to the end of the month. I'm holding the chrome king. I'm holding the chrome silver.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm like, come fish with the Baitshack, baby.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know, and it's that's fun, but what makes it real fun is the people. And then, you know, as you guys are looking behind me, you know, the backdrop of Anchorage right here. Like, and as you heard,
downtown.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. The
right.
trains always coming by, honking their horn. Low-flying aircraft on approach to Merrill Field. You know, of course, the port vehicles coming and all the automobiles down here. Literally planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like a couple old angry fishermen down here, too. You know, grumpy old men.
No, I dig the whole urban vibe of what this fishery is, man. It's what it is. Like, you got a dude out here in the fuchsia tee. I think that dude's wearing Lulu sweaties. You know, he's out here. Maybe not for real, but
You got the girls down here all geared out,
Oh,
fishing
yeah.
between the posts of the bridge.
Where the fish at, girls? Where the fish at?
Look,
Dang,
they
don't
trying not to
fall.
fall
I
over.
know, they
That's
just
all
want to fall. That's good, though, man. They're getting after it.
Yeah, they're geared out.
That's what it's about right there. I mean,
Yeah,
just
man.
Yeah.
getting out,
They probably
enjoying,
just
and having
walked up.
fun.
They just probably walked down from the mouth, huh?
I think that's what makes this fishery so special for Anchorage. I mean, this is one of the last urban fisheries in the United States in general. And then to have this fishery with the backdrop of our city, and you could just literally get off a plane and come catch fish. We had a guy, I think he landed last night at 6, and he rolled up this morning, ran out there, and came back within like 10 minutes of the creek opening with a king salmon.
Yeah.
Like ready to rock and roll. And it's like, all right, well, fillet it up because I'm on my way to Seward. And we're like, all right, man, well.
Let's get you taken care of.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you can literally stay at the Hilton and walk down the hill.
Yeah, with nothing, right?
With nothing. We'll outfit you. You can go fish for the day on your own or get a guide. Go eat at the bridge.
Yeah.
And then walk back to your hotel.
Yeah.
And go to bed. Like, it's nothing. Where else in the world can you go and do that?
It doesn't get easier than that, huh?
No, man.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
I sent all the tourists that come to the hot dog stand, I said, we got one day here. I said, this is what you got to do.
Yeah.
Lock your butt down there because they don't have the trolley going this year. Go check them out there and you sit out here all day. Eat at the restaurant.
Yeah. Plug a fish.
Yep.
Yep.
Even if not, it's good people
I
watching.
send them up
Yeah.
to you to cook it.
There you go. Come feed them up there and then come on down here and do some people watching.
But I do send them up for you for reindeer dogs. Hey, you're here. You got to try it.
Oh,
I
yeah,
said,
that's
if
a
you
must do.
I said, go up there, go up Fort and F in front of the federal building. I said, make sure to heckle though. Like, if you're not heckling and getting your reindeer dog, you're not doing it the Alaskan way.
That's right.
Yeah, don't worry.
Exactly.
I'll give it right back to you.
Hey,
Come at me. Come at me, bro.
No reindeer for you.
you remember the other day? About what was that about? About 9:45 in the morning, I'm coming down. What's that? The 7th or whatever, hitting my horn. Get the hot dog cart out of the street.
Oh yeah,
the window.
he caught me pushing the hot dog cart down the street trying to get it up on the sidewalk. He didn't stop to help or nothing.
With the truck?
Yeah. I was talking on the phone. My wife's like, "Who are you yelling? Quit yelling at those people. Let them be." I'm like, "No, it's okay. It's okay." I said he's blocking the traffic.
Dustin, let's give a quick shout out to some of the sponsors and some of the people that you got involved with this. You got a lot of people out here that
You
are.
got a
Matson.
legit crew, bro.
Matson, I got the U.S. Army, Bristol Bay Native Corporation, Shoreside Petroleum. Of course, you guys are on his official podcast on there, the Alaska Wild
thank you for
Project.
that, man. Thank you
it
so
is
much.
super huge, man. It comes back to the vibe portion, right?
Yep.
You know, it's
Yeah.
all about. It's good stuff going on, and it just starts there. It really does. It just starts there. We start going down into the Odom Corporation. We got McDonald Fishing. We got Alaska Trout Guides, Chasing Tails Alaska. I don't even know where to begin. Shockwave, the Dome.
Yeah. Keep going,
Just
man.
all sorts of it, man. I got to look at the list. You know,
Yeah.
What's cool is they're all right here.
Yeah.
You know, these are local
These are all local companies
man,
that are
and it's-
supporting what's going on down here.
Alaskans.
And it's people that I've got relationships with that is making it, you know, which is huge. And we're just putting them on. Kenai upstream, double shovel. Jack getting down there, getting his caribou calls all day long.
All day.
Not all day long, in the evening time.
Yeah, well, there you go.
After the
Can't
fishing's
start
done.
too early.
But
Pass out with those cider mimosas.
yeah, and it's awesome. And a lot of what I really like about it, it's Alaskan businesses, you know, that's really stepping up to the plate to do this. You know, we got the Alaska Mint, the Alaska Railroad, AK Coffee Company, locally owned veteran company, Semper Sharp. They're going to hook something up. I haven't that's not on the board yet. I haven't put that one out there. But this guy's turning out, him and his wife, Landon and his wife are turning out some awesome knives, some awesome products. I'm a Cutco guy, but I'm excited about these Semper Sharp LLC knives that are coming in. They're just unreal. And so it's cool. We got that connection. I was an Army guy. He's a Marine, but but we're still veterans.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
we're military.
Give each other shit, but support each other.
That's right. You know,
Yeah,
I give him
yeah.
a box of crayons. He'll give me a knife. Just playing, Landon. Just playing. But you guys got to check him out. Really, Semper Sharp LLC. He's doing some good stuff. But the cool thing is being able to talk to these folks.
Yeah.
And saying what we got going on, you know, because for me, what it really comes back to is the community and getting them involved and giving them something to look forward to. And it's helping everybody out, you know, which is really cool. And it comes back, you know, with Matson, Dylan and his guys jumping on board, really helping us this year. We're not Dylan D1 that was here, Dylan Faber with Matson.
Okay.
You know, they helped us with the creek cleanup. They're all they've been out here sponsoring or been out here volunteering, checking fish, getting their dirty. BB&C, they come out every year. Great folks to have on board, interacting with the folks. Shoreside Petroleum, they were down yesterday, today. Great group of folks, man. Just fun. Their fishing's in their blood. They do a lot of stuff with the Homer Derby. The Seward one, I believe they do some stuff with the Homer Derby down there also. So they're all about fishing, and that's the one thing that kind of brings us all together is fishing.
Sport of fishing.
Yeah, the sport of fishing.
Yep.
And you just look at the board. We got stuff for everybody. For the kids, we got Shockwave. Barry's been supportive going back 5-6 years. Anything we do, he's out there
He wants to be
helping the
part of
kids.
it.
He does, man, and he's the same way, a genuine individual. And all these sponsors are the same.
Yep.
They're all genuine, real people that like
Take
the
care.
Yep, they like the
Yep.
connection, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and
They care
getting
about
in
the
there.
community.
They
Let's
see
make it
what the big picture is with all this, you know.
And it's something special, and I think that's, you know, it really touches me being up here in Alaska and being able to do that and just, you know, getting them involved in the sport. And I appreciate every one of them that step up. And I've got people lined up now that are, hey, you know, we want to be involved. Like, what do we need to do?
Yep.
And it's awesome. And
Part
we're
of the cause, right?
Yep. And I'm finding ways to work them all in, and you know, and the biggest thing for me is I want it to be worth your time, you know, worth the sponsor's time. It's not just so much, hey, give me your logo.
Yeah.
Let me put it up on the board.
Yeah.
No. I want you to come out. I want you to engage. I want you to meet the people down here, shake hands, you know, do your thing
I
also.
like that a lot, man.
And it's, I mean, that's what it's all about right there. And it's building this community down here. And we've been doing it. I mean, we're going on 10 years, Adrian.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
10
amazing.
years that we've been doing it.
Imagine 5 years from now, this is going to be huge.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I'm still going to be the same. He's still going to be the same.
Yeah.
You know?
That's one thing about Alaskans is in the community is, man, they support each other so big.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what it is, it's, you know, whether it's the cider company or the hot dogs or the fishing or whatever it is, the support is there. Whether it's monetary or actual sweat and labor that they come out and help out.
Yeah.
You know, or just spreading the word on
Contribute to
social
the
media. And
community.
that's one of the real beauties of Alaska and
I
Anchorage.
feel like it's I don't know, man. This might be like a controversial statement, but it's a village mentality. Is that like? I mean,
I don't think that's controversial. I think.
no,
that's,
I mean, it might be to those that
It's
have
like a
actual-
strong family mentality. Like
There you go.
we're all
is-
one family.
Which is, it takes
know.
a village. It
That's
takes a
right.
village to do everything, dude.
Yep,
Everything. No one person that has a successful business or entity or footprint or anything in Alaska just did it all by them bad selves.
Yeah.
You didn't just come out here and walk out and do your thing and everybody loves you for it. No. The community had to be behind it. Somebody had to support you. Somebody had to back you. Somebody had to do something to collaborate or join or team up or something of that nature, right? To
That's
really
right,
make
that's
it
right.
what it is. And that is, to me, the village mentality.
Yeah.
The togetherness, coming together to make it happen for one root cause.
That's right.
Yeah.
That local kind of community just totally buying into that. We've done that here. I think most of the Alaskans and even the transports that stay buy into that like culture. And last year, I think during COVID, most of us saw that. Most of us business owners saw that. And so for me, it was very specific. It was, we had our tap room shut down, and I have a bunch of employees there, and distribution competing against companies like Budweiser, we'd never make it, right?
Yeah, no, not even a chance.
But all the Alaskans showed up to pick up cans at the cidery, and it was just amazing to see it. And I've always thanked everyone that's ever done that. But that's a perfect example of this, showing up for your community, buying into it. They know, everyone knows, like, hey, buy local.
Yep.
How can I support local? I'm going to think more than just going to the store and buying local. How can I get it directly from these people?
That's right. That's right. And kind of the caveat. That's what this is about. Like when I talked about the submarine windows earlier.
Yeah.
I used to have these little 2x2 windows up there. And he's shaking his head because he knows.
Adrian,
Every year,
I was here.
every year I get this wild hair. Like, hey, let's do something. And I've transformed this shack.
It's a shack. It's a shack.
It is. And once later.
What is the size of this thing anyway? Like
It's
14
like
by 8?
It's 12 by 20. A lady once asked me what makes the Baitshack so special. I said it's a shack, literally 4 walls, 2 windows, and a door.
Yeah.
And then she showed up and she goes, "This really is a shack."
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah." But what makes this shack so special is it's nothing like I bought it, and the only way that it's transformed is from the community.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, these guys. I've got a solid group. What's happening,
What's up,
guys?
man?
Oh, we got some locals
we're
coming
This is
in.
all day right here.
Oh, he looks like he lives out
Up
here.
there or what? What's up, man? What's up, man?
Throw the fish on the weight class,
You guys
baby.
got a fish or what?
No, not today. We got a buzz. Hey, you're not
Ain't nothing
doing
wrong with
it.
that. We with you on that. We with you
You
on that.
better tell them go see your local bud tender.
Go see your local bud tender out there at the Treehouse, AKO
Which one
Farm.
and two? See that? Which one?
Thanks for coming by, boys.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
That's it.
But I always get this.
Fanfare stop by, huh?
That's awesome, right?
No, I love it, man. Where'd they eyeball us from? Where'd they come from?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They
Oh,
pop
homie
out
over
of
there
there.
finally got up out of that chair, though.
They pop up
Oh,
out
yeah,
of nowhere.
They need some more bait. It's like,
More
but
bait.
that's what it is. It's back. I had a group, and they're still around. A core group of guys. The first guy I remember to this day, the Reverend. He's a preacher. He walked by here when I bought this place. The weeds were 4 feet tall. It was boarded up.
Yeah.
He walked by here for 3 days, and I was taking trash out of here. And he just kind of looked in the window, and then he came in. And we became friends. He's down in California now. It just transformed from there. Hey, let's take out this brown pegboard, hang white pegboard.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 1 year. Next year's like, hey, we got a film crew coming this weekend. Let's hang some 6-foot windows real quick. This is like a Friday at 5 p.m. And they're like, yeah, I think we could do that. They're here Monday. The film, we got to film.
Yeah,
It's got to
yeah,
be buttoned back
yeah.
up. Take one window out. Hey, let's go ahead and just do the other window. All while the shack's open. People are coming in and out, buying bait.
Oh, yeah.
We're redoing the shack. The fillet table, had a couple of Air Force guys. We're sitting around BSing. They're like, hey, we'll be back. They come back 30 minutes later, bunch of concrete. Stayed out here till 1 a.m. pouring the slab on that. And they're just like...
With the drain and all that?
With it all. Like,
Wow.
That's awesome.
And it's just every year. We do something different every year. And
Yep. Keep building.
It's the people around, you know, coming in. And it's
beautiful. The community.
Village. It's a village.
It is. And
you didn't do this on your own.
No, sir.
You admit
No,
that.
sir.
Like, this is...
Humbly admit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's a group of people that had the mindset, vision of what you wanted, and they contributed what they could, right?
And they want to be part of it.
That's it. And they come around, and we have fun. I mean...
They're the unsung heroes,
that's
right?
it. I mean, we barbecue out front all the time. We're having fun down here, and it gives the vibe, but it's everybody. And everything in there it's pretty wild, because if you really get in there and look around, and you might be kind of blown away.
Oh, there's a lot going on in there.
What's all in there, and it's kind of like, wow.
Yeah.
You really got, it's a full-service tackle shop down here.
Oh,
and then
major.
You know, everything, you know, on them walls, and or for these local anglers, the convenience, that's for them.
Yes.
And I'm going to keep it that way, because I want them coming in, sharing their pictures. You know, one of the best feelings for me is getting people that bring up their first king salmon, or I get the kids that bring up their fish. They want to bring it up to take their picture, so I'll post it on social media.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
Yes.
Yeah.
And hey, bring them up all day long. I'll do that.
I love them all, man. I love them all. I love the 7-year-old kid to the 77-year-old grandpa to the 67 grandma to all of them, man. Like, everybody. You could tell the straight-laced dude up in here with his khakis, he just kind of came down here and was like, ugh, I wasn't really thinking I was going to fish in silt. And all of them, and they got a beautiful, and they all got the way they hold the fish.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, you must coach them up or something, dude. Like,
I'm coaching them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm coaching them.
Oh, yeah. Like,
I saw your
monsters,
phone's
bro.
on Zoom already.
Pro way or no way?
Hey, but the one thing I don't do.
Oh, look at the little baby ducks coming out here, too. Beautiful.
Oh, there we go.
There
the
it is.
Malleys.
Yeah.
What does she got
Well,
there?
hey,
9
speaking
of
about the
them?
barbecue, I brought those moose jalapeno cheddar
we need to
dogs.
cook those up.
Ooh,
Those
I'm
caribou
hungry.
jalapeno cheddar dogs. I got all the condiments here.
Yeah.
I think it's time to wrap it up and get that grill going,
I
huh?
will
Let's
say
throw
something.
it
Let
down.
me say something about the Baitshack, though.
I had
So
one more
when
thing,
I
too, so
walked
go for
in,
it.
we spent a lot of time in Anchorage going around trying to pick up some fishing gear, and you're like going in and out of these aisles for shit you just don't need. I need 1% of the stuff in the stores that carry fishing stuff. And when I walk into your place, I suddenly look around, and it's like, this is all the stuff I need in this one shack.
Yes.
So all the other dudes that are going to Fred Meyer's and Walmart and all these other places, Cabela's, Bass Pro Shop, that don't have Alaskan shit, just come support local. Come down to Baitshack, get the right shit for fishing in Alaska in one stop, and you get to be around awesome people that know their stuff.
You're so right
Appreciate it,
about that,
appreciate
man. Yeah, I would notice that because I was doing some Deshka fishing, and it's single hook, artificial. It's spinners, pretty much, right? So I buy a Vibrax, cut the treble hook off with a pair of dikes, and buy a Gamakatsu octopus single hook, barbless hook to put on that thing. And I literally buy a full kit of shit just to modify a hook that already costs like $9.
Yep.
I walk in this dude's shack and I'm like, holy shit, he's got the whole kit ready to go.
Yep.
He's got the hook, the spinner, he's got the swivel split ring. I mean, like, you got
Everything you
everything
need.
that I already go and buy, the same size swivels, barrels, beads, the whole thing. You said it, Jack. Everything that I actually will buy for a season is in this little red shack. I mean, and it's all priced exactly about the same.
Yeah, and you're supporting the Alaskan, man. That's important.
I was blown away. I was blown away. I went to B&J's and did my usual $280 drop and bought a bunch of shit. And Dan was like, "Yo, did you go check out Dustin's?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "He has everything king." I'm like, "Oh, well, I mean, I knew you had gear, but I didn't even think to."
Yeah,
And
come down here.
I walk in here and
looking
everything
there.
I needed. I'm like, "Oh fuck, dude, I could have had it all right here."
And it don't even matter. You could buy it wherever.
But you've been there, done that. You obviously shoot this thing.
You bring it down to me. I'm going to show you how to implement it.
There you go.
My guys they're going to set it up for you.
Yep.
You know, we're going to put it on. We're going to show you how to do it. We're going to send you out the way. We're going to point you in the direction. Chances are you're going to come back smiling.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's
what
to
matters.
me, that's what it's about. It doesn't, you know, I appreciate the sport. Come down, most definitely. But we're going to take care of you regardless. It doesn't, because at the end of the day, I just want to see you catching fish, making memories, having fun.
That's right.
Yes.
Making friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of it.
And that's what's cool about down here is we've built.
It's building.
We've built a community of on this creek, you know, over the last 10 years, and really pumped it and had fun and getting the people involved. Now other people are starting to come down here, you
and
know,
seeing it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Dustin, thank you. Dustin, thank you.
Man,
thank you to the Baitshack and Dylan and your boys out here supporting it, and the community that's supporting what's going on. And all of us together will keep building, you know?
Yeah, for sure, man.
So,
I mean, it's what it's all about. The community, our city, our people, and we're all here. Like, where are we going to go, right?
Yeah, we're here for life.
We're home.
I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
Nope.
Ever.
No.
Apologies if some of the audio is a little crazy. We had seagulls and trains and horns and technical difficulties, but that's how it goes when you're out here living that wild life. You know what I mean?
That's right. Man.
So
this
Alaska,
is real sights and sounds.
Yeah,
man.
we appreciate you guys. We appreciate you, Dustin, and all you guys. Thank you for listening. Be tuned in. We're going to keep coming at you every week. We love you guys. We love you, Alaska.
That shack
Appreciate
life.
you. That shack life.
That's Shack
Hashtag the Baitshack. Love it. Appreciate you. Good night.
You remember my speaking to you of what I call your overcautiousness. Are you not overcautious when you assume that you cannot do what the enemy is constantly doing?
The Alaska Wild Project podcast is brought to you by the following sponsors.
The Baitshack, located on Ship Creek upstream of the bridge. Can't miss the bright red shack. They are the go-to fishing gear rental and guide service on Ship Creek. Tight lines and fish on. Come hook into the action with them. Hit them up at thebaitshackak.com.
Lawn Pro AK, your year-round professional property maintenance company, providing services such as weekly lawn maintenance, driveway sweeping, snow and ice management, and tons more. Get your free estimate today at lawnproak.com.
Anchortown Dogs, located at 4th Avenue across from the old 4th Avenue Theater. Look for the blue and gold umbrella. From reindeer dogs to bomb euros, they've got you covered. Anchortown Dogs, your local gourmet hot dog and sausage cart.
Menegato's Accounting, locally owned and operated advisory and tax accounting solutions. Passion, experience, diligence. Learn more at menegatosaccounting.com.
Double Shovel Cider Company, located off Arctic and 58th. Handcrafted Alaskan-made cider. They also have a tap room downtown on the corner of 5th and E. Check them out at doubleshovelcider.com.
Serrano's Mexican Grill, 2 locations, one on Tudor, one on Northern Lights. The Northern Lights location has their new tequila bar. Check it out. Also see their daily specials at serranosmexicangrill.com.
AKO Farms, located in Sitka, Alaska, built from the ground up with concentrates as their single motivation. Find their products such as their sugar wax, full spectrum diamond sauce carts, and more at the Treehouse AK and other dispensaries around the state. Ask your local bud tender about AKO.
TheTreehouseAK.com, located at 341 Boniface Parkway. Your all-in-one cannabis and CBD store. Ask the bud tender what the strain of the day is to get your 10% off. The Treehouse, where the culture lives.
Marijuana has intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming and addictive. Marijuana impairs concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence. There are health risks associated with consumption of marijuana. For the use of only by adults 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children, and marijuana should not be used by women who are pregnant or breastfeeding.
Tailored Restoration 24-hour emergency home services, helping Alaskans restore their dreams since 1972. Services include fire, water, mold, post-emergency cleaning, repair, and remodeling. Give them a call in Anchorage, Eagle River, Matsu, or Fairbanks. Hit them up at tailoredrestorationalaska.com.